Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for tonight's watch-along. Sandro will be with us in any second now. He's just getting set up. In fact, there he is. He is with us. Good evening. We are watching France versus Italy under-21s. We decided to do this after the show last night, thinking, yeah, you know, UEFA TV is showing it. Therefore, why not watch our... well, pretty much new signing. I mean, we can say that now. It looks like everything's been agreed. And it looks like a medical is taking place tomorrow in Romania, where they are. So we are sending staff out there, which we did suggest might happen on the show last night, that this could be the case, that we would send staff out to do the whole procedure and things like that. England under 21s also won earlier on today, a 2-0 win. So well done to them. They're off the mark. But this match is particularly interest for us, guys. Are we looking forward to it, Stado?
Yeah, of course. I need to have a look at the lineup, so I'm assuming it's most likely going to be what the predicted lineup was for it.
To be honest, I haven't seen a lineup come up on the screen yet. The teams aren't even out yet, so they haven't come out the tunnel yet. So there's plenty time.
Although the France lineup is slightly different to what we thought it was going to be. Oh no, it's actually the same.
I think they're
Ryan
pretty much.
Cherky's not starting, I don't think, which we thought. But Tonali fortunately starts for Italy, which is what we want. Otherwise, this watch along would be pretty frustrating if Tonali wasn't playing.
Well, guys, I was just thinking, you know, round about 12 months ago to this day, if you can recall. We did a watch-along watching France, kids, because a certain Ekatike was playing. And we thought, yeah, we'll do a watch-along. We'll have a look at him. This was when he was highly linked with Newcastle United, of course. And he blew his hamstring in the first 5 minutes. Can we just say a little prayer for Tonali to get through the game unscathed and perform brilliantly without any injuries? Because I think that's the main thing tonight, because we have a very bad record of watching potential signings. I know it's only 1 out of 1, but hey,
it's once. Let's not jinx it.
No, it is once, but Trolls has also heard that the medicals tomorrow. Madison on left midfield as an attacking midfielder instead of a left winger would work, in my opinion. Tom says Atlanta is a bit of. Sorry, Billy?
It didn't work for England, let's be perfectly honest.
No, it didn't at all. Tom says Atlanta is a bit of a hotbed in this alternate world. First real football-centric city in the southern US, breaking the stranglehold of teams from New York and New Jersey, New England and Midwest. Would-be farmer says Toon might spend between 150 and 200 million.
Could I just mention, people talking about wingers and this, that and the other. Fabian Schär needs an understudy.
Yeah.
You can talk about left backs all you want. We've got like 5 left backs in the squad.
Yeah.
Fabian Schär can't play 60 games next year. We need another centre half. Yeah. It's not even up for debate anymore. Unless we're planning on playing Jamal Lascelles 25 appearances next season.
I agree.
Does anybody want that?
But by the way, guys, if anybody's wondering how we're watching the match, you can watch along with us if you do want to do that. It's on UEFA TV. So if you just Google UEFA TV, you do have to create an account, but that's free to do so. And it'll ask you what country you're from. It doesn't give you England. You have to type the start of it, and then it'll show England, where you're based, and then away you go. Sometimes it might not start straight away. You might have to come out and go back in again. But it works. We're watching it now. It's a free account to create. And let's be honest, there's some decent stuff actually on the UEFA TV website. I've had a browse around it today. It's pretty good actually. But we are, well, the players are in the tunnel. I'm trying to, well, no, actually, I think France are, but Italy are just delaying things a little bit.
Unless those kids in the white are the Italian team.
Well, wow. Yeah, I mean, that's an opportunity, but I think France might win the game if that was the case, Billy Bob. Look, there's Tonali. There he is. There he is, guys. I mean, well, it's very hard to judge how he might actually be feeling right now. He's saying hello to what looks like Turam there.
He is, yeah. The referee's assistant looks a bit Gestapo-y, I've got to say.
He does, yes. Hair flick, yes, definitely.
I think it's worth pointing out, I don't think Paul mentioned it particularly well, so I'm going to say it again. UEFA TV, you can watch this for free. You can sign in with Facebook or with your Google account. Choose your country, and you can just watch this for free live on UEFA TV, and then you can follow along the watch along. There's commentary there, but where obviously you want to listen to us because that's way better.
Yeah,
and we'll probably repeat this for new viewers coming in during the show.
Yeah, look, there is a few comments coming in that I'm looking a bit red tonight. Yes, I've been in the sun. Lily had a sports day this afternoon, so I've been sitting basically in a deck chair watching her do a sports day without thinking for 1 second about putting any sun cream on, anything like that. So yes, I am like a roast chicken right now. And to top it off, Phoebe in this house decided to put the heating on this morning to dry some clothes. Unbelievably. So this studio is probably hotter than a sauna right now. It is baking in here. But the fan is on. My other daughter, Olivia, comes home from Ayanapa tonight, and she's just texted to say her flight's been delayed. It's not going to get into Newcastle until around 2:30, 2:45 this morning, so tomorrow morning. So, yeah, long night ahead for me. But yeah, Phoebe's decided she wants to come with us, so at least I'll have a bit of company in the car, I guess. Sophia says, TalkSport believe that Tonali will be our only signing. Well, yeah, up yours, TalkSport. Call me Swift. I read everyone. I've just watched the England game, and Anthony Gordon was, yeah, he had a great game, actually, Anthony Gordon. He looked really sharp. I don't know whether you two saw that game,
no.
but he looked really sharp. So it was a very, very good signal, because obviously he's promised that he's going to go away and do a lot of work in the summer, of course. And this tournament was part of that build-up, as the Italian national anthem is just playing. I like the Italian national anthem.
Yeah, it's a cracker, isn't it? It's a cracker.
You know, I love the way it finishes as well. It just gets you going, doesn't it? It gets the blood pumping.
I'll tell you what else I like. Italy rocking an Adidas kit. I think that's the first time ever they've had one. Adidas, yeah. Fantastic.
It's a nice tracksuit, that. By the way, I think I actually look a bit redder on camera on the screen than I do in red light. I'm looking at my camera now, thinking I don't look that red, but all the system settings and stuff like that probably make me glow a little bit more. But there's Tonali standing next to the Italian goalkeeper, who is rather a tall man, young man, I should say. What's happened to Paul? Something doesn't look right. No, it's just the sun. Vincent said he'd do something to himself if we got Szoboszlai as well. Okay. Paul, you've definitely been in the sun. You look like you've been in Spain. Listen, anyone that's been following the channel long enough now will realize that I just have to look at the sun and I tan, or I go red first and then I tan. I can't help that. That's just life. Deal with it. Chippers wants to know if I got the tan from Bruno's wedding. Well, obviously not, you bellend, because I was in front of the camera last night. Okay. Brown Ale Bill?
Aye.
Wow.
Pound the bottle of Morrison's.
Indeed. Other supermarkets are available, guys, but if Morrison's wish to contribute to the channel for the shout out, then you're more than welcome, guys. Please do hit that thumbs up button if you do enjoy tonight's stream. Obviously a little something different tonight, but the big news about Tonali signing, the fact that he's playing tonight and we're able to watch him in action. So we've decided to bring this to you tonight. So if you do enjoy it, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please do subscribe. It is free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. And of course, you can donate to the channel like so many wonderful people do by hitting that $sign under the live comments. And that will take you through to a payment method. So thank you very much in advance for that. And it also means you get your comment read out straight away. French national anthem just taking place right now. I do like that one as well.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Italian national anthem, and the amount we've been that we shouldn't have lost. Again, it's all Southgate. We've lost to Italy and France in recent major tournaments, and we shouldn't have lost in either game.
All right, but that's not the national anthem's fault.
It absolutely is. It's
good
completely
Lord
down to the national anthem.
Well, ours is terrible. I hate our national anthem. You know, it's over in 2 seconds. I remember Lewis Hamilton kicking off about it a couple of years ago, saying that when like other countries, winners of the Grand Prix get on the podium, they get to stand there for the national anthem for a good few minutes, and when he does it, it's over
nobody knows the words to anybody else's national anthems. Half of the people just go. At least everybody knows the words to the English one.
Well,
it's a bit dreary and slow, though, isn't it? I mean, in the Olympic Games, when they're doing before the game starts and they're going around the track, and our anthems, we're getting lapped for it, even pissing stars by other nations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Melier isn't in goal for France tonight. They've gone with Chevalier. I'm not surprised, quite honestly.
I think and Cherky on the bench, who were both very highly rated as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Simikan as well, who we actually reviewed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting if he gets a look in.
The officials are from the Netherlands, Billy. So he does have a bit of CM de Jong look about him, actually. Him on the left, the rather tall bloke. But Blakey says that Sky and others are reporting that we are at our limit with FFP and we can't spend much more. They're talking bollocks, in Blakey's opinion. Getting in the Champions League allows us to spend way more money. We can't be at our limit for FFP. There's no possible way we can be. You know, these people are absolute morons. There he is, guys. There he is. Captain's armband, number 8. Is that Newcastle tattoo he's already got on his leg there?
Could be. Maxime Kakaray's a good player as well, the captain.
Yes, he is.
I have a player.
He's got very slick back hair, though. How much gel has he got on? My goodness me.
I was thinking the
Italians for hair gel. Absolutely. There is the Italian side. Tonali, it's a 3-5-2 according to this whoever TV company's bringing this to us. Tonali towards the left-hand side of a middle three with Tonali, Ravella, and Ricci. Bellanova on the right. Udogi? Is that how you say it? Udogi?
I guess so. Udogi.
Pellegrini up front with Cambiaghi. I mean, that's a strong Italian side as well. So this should be a good game, actually. I know we're particularly watching Tonali, but this should actually be quite a good game. And there he is. Obviously, they must be talking about the fact that he's about to sign for the Toon. But I can't put the commentary on because we'll get done for copyright. And that wouldn't be wise. That's if there is any commentary. There might be. We're underway. Let's just see how, I mean, look, we're not going to do a ball-by-ball commentary on this because I simply don't know enough of the players on the pitch to do a ball-by-ball. But that's an awful pass straight away and a French throw-in right down in their own half. Dynamics, you can find the match at UEFA.tv. If you just search that on the internet, create an account, and it will let you watch the game. Do you think we'll still go for Szoboszlai, guys? Do you think that will be a possibility, or do you think that would be just a little bit too much? That's not Tonali down injured, is it? There's 2 Italians down here.
No, I can see Tonali in the middle of the screen walking towards the ball. France
have started this game.
Stop panicking.
Oh God, that's one of them where the French. I don't like that. I don't like that. Where the forwards duck out the way. That's a very
needs to be.
It needs to be eradicated.
There was a situation where Bednarek earlier in the season nearly broke his neck because of that. They need to change the rules because in rugby you're gone if you do that. If you don't bring players down with control, you're gone. You're off the field. They need to do this in football. If you launch people up and get underneath them and tip them over, you could literally end their life. It's so dangerous.
Well, Tonali's going to take this free kick here, and he's put it right on the head of an Italian. Yeah, well, he was in loads. He should have done better with that. He was in loads of space there. Poor bit of play, but Italy starting very, very strongly, as you would expect. Really, I mean, this should be a bit end-to-end game, given that the French have got some very good players out on the pitch as well. A few comments coming in saying that we are still going to go for Szoboszlai. I'd be interested. Look, if we. Because who was that?
I don't know.
What the hell was that?
Just a video in the background.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I thought I was hearing voices again. I was about to ring the doctors again. Jesus. Anyway, what was it? Yes, I mean, can you imagine Tonali and Szoboszlai, Alex? I mean, that would just be incredible, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah, either or, Maddison or Szoboszlai with him in midfield.
Yeah.
I think they're playing them off against one another. I think we're just showing that we've got options. I've said this for a few months that there's plenty of options in midfield. Oh, I can see why Billy's face did that there with that little flick. That didn't work, did it? Yeah, either or, really. Both are very, very competent, can play in the 8, and possibly Szoboszlai can also play slightly wide, but Maddison more so. Either or, it'd be incredible.
Oh, what a turn that is. Big chance for France here. Good defending. Lovely turn. I'm trying to see who's that number 9, Billy?
I don't know. Is it Calimundo? Is it Calimundo? It's not Calimundo. It's a small bloke.
Maybe
whoever it was.
He's quite small. Good defending though. From
the 9 is Calimundo. Yeah, he's the guy who we.
What a turn that was, by the way. And he just disappeared into the distance. Really, really pacey player. Guys, lay off the redness, please. Lay off the redness and the fact that I've got no beard. I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't really care. All right? I've been in the sun. I've had a good day. Bollocks to yous. Everybody gets a suntan or sunburnt at some stage in their career. My goodness me, man. Anyway, nothing came of that. That was a decent cross there, but good defending again from Italy. France are really putting the pressure on early doors here. Another corner to the French. And it comes, it's a sort of grass-cutting corner. They've kept it in play by the looks of things. Not the players that we want to see on the ball right now. In comes the cross again. Very deep. Oh, that's panicky defending again. Just kicked it out for a goal, for a corner. Ravella there. Not really, he had way too much time there. But never mind. UEFA's never had this many people watching, says Jay Devlin. Absolutely. I think there'll be a few Newcastle fans on the website tonight watching this as a shot goes miles wide for the French. Mark Allen says, top-notch left back, and yes, still short on top quality, but Jesus, our starting 11 looks great, and some game changes from the bench. Indeed. And to be fair to Miggy, looked good for Paraguay as well, by the way.
Yeah, but I think who are they playing against? Like Nicaragua or something? I wouldn't read into that too much.
I'm not sure. However, this is what we want, though, isn't it? We want these players to come in, which will force our players that we've already got either step up or you're not good enough. Simple as that. This is a test for the players that are already there who've got to step up. I mean, I'm thoroughly looking forward to watching the likes of Bruno and Joe Linton, etc., playing with players like Tonali. That was a terrible ball. And Italy under pressure again. Here is Tonali, and he's gone down.
Get up.
No, it wasn't Tonali. Well, that's terrible hair. I'm sorry, but that French captain, I mean, that's a sort of Bond villain look, isn't it, with the greased back hair? I know I'm no one to talk about haircuts right now, but,
Nice pass.
Italy on the attack here, ball bouncing around. But again, France all over them, clearing the ball. But here, Italy have the ball again. They play like the senior team, don't they? They don't panic. They're just sort of knocking the ball around as they do with a patient build-up. Long ball forward. That looked a bit offside to me, and it is. Sophia says, AC Milan fans have been in tears over the sign. It says a lot about Tonali. I've seen some very bitter Italians on social media today. Very, very bitter. But, I mean, they are devastated, Alex, that he's gone.
Well, he's been a fan since he was a child. There's videos of him crying when Ibrahimovic announced his retirement.
Yeah.
He is literally AC Milan through and through. However, I can see why they're devastated.
He's now going to be Toon through and through.
Well, yeah. I mean, he has played for them for a couple of seasons. He's in the Italy team. He's played in France for like 4 years. And they've entertained offers. They've kind of let him down.
Yeah.
And he's a fan of the club, and his decision is I would imagine, well, if the club aren't 100% sure on me, then I will go elsewhere, because he wants the best for the club and himself. It seems quite a mature decision for such a young man, but he's aware of that. Yeah,
absolutely. By the way, France are dominating this game. They're playing some lovely stuff. They've got another corner now. Calamenga looks a player, Billy.
It is. Where did he go, Alex? He went somewhere, didn't he? Southampton?
No. So he was at Racing Club de Lens when we were doing when he was on loan from PSG, and then I think he's gone somewhere else now. Let me go and have a look at where he ended up eventually, because I think PSG got rid of him fully.
We covered him, didn't we, last year? Definitely.
Yeah, we did as an Ekitike alternative. So he's gone to Stade Rennes, however we're saying that.
Stade Rennes have made the Champions League, haven't they?
Yeah, 7 goals, 3 assists in 1,800 minutes. Tidy return there.
I remember hello, Billy. What a quality. I was just pissing Bazidor.
We've had two
with the big boobies.
2 references tonight with hair flick, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Here come the Italians now down the right-hand side.
Look at the ground Tonali's making now. He's galloping into the box.
Oh, Tonali! Was that Tonali for a header there? Just missed it.
I think it was from over his edge, yeah. But they really made it.
That was Tonali, yeah. Oh, no, I don't think it was. I think he was further
the same. Up. He's playing with somebody who literally looks like his twin in midfield. It's very difficult to... Oh, that's a nasty foul. Wow. Some Italians just gone down as well.
Tonali's just running back from that right side, so that's what the side where Longstaff generally spends a lot of time.
You were right there, though, Billy, because just before the camera panned off, he was bursting into the box, wasn't he? Which is very good to see. He's not exactly hanging. He's not. Tonali doesn't look like he's the defensive midfielder for Italy tonight. He's a lot further forward than I thought he was going to be. Well, that's a good ball.
Well, he's not the most defensive for AC Milan either. It's his teammate. I can't remember the name of his central midfield partner for AC Milan. Now I'll have a look. But typically, it's Tonali that goes forward a little bit more. He back when he was playing for Brescia, he was the lone 6, but now he does get forward a bit more because he's very dribbly. Got a lot of energy, as you saw there from that bursting run.
Julie J says, good morning. Would-be farmer says, sometimes Italy starts so slowly that they miss an entire World Cup. Oh, wow. Yeah. Here we go. Irani Granny finally worked out who Paul's lookalike is. Mussolini. Jesus Christ. You were just a disgrace.
Very highly strung man, that fella.
Yeah. David Smith has just signed into UEFA TV, asked for favourite European team, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, but no NUFC.
No, I complained the same thing last night.
Yeah, you did. They haven't updated it yet, have they?
Because you can choose from your favourite Champions League team, and I was searching, it's not there.
They need to update that rather quickly, considering the new season is incredibly just around the corner. Mark says, good evening from the South Coast. Bournemouth are signing ex-Newcastle player's son tomorrow of Patrick Kluivert. Are they really?
Justin Kluivert. Yeah, there were rumours about that this week.
Oh, that's well played.
The season very well.
That was Tonali with that little bit of skill there.
It was.
That wasn't, but that's a great bit of skill, but an awful cross.
Yeah, terrible cross. But, however, the game goes on. It is 10 minutes gone 0-0. We haven't seen that much of Tonali, to be honest, so far in the first 10 minutes. But France have had much the better of the game. I mean, you said last night, Alex, that France were probably the stronger side looking at the names on the team sheet or the projected team sheet, which is pretty much correct.
Well, I think it's a fair assumption that I'd say France have got the best U21's in the world. I mean, I don't think many people could argue with it. You know, you could have an argument about it, but I'd say it's a fair shout.
Yeah. You know, what Alex is saying is, if you want to argue with him, you're not going to win, guys.
I mean, I think ours is quite good. To be fair, we've got Anthony Gordon and Madueke in that side, who were both. You know, Madueke is a very competent midfielder. Forward, even he looked great against us on the final day for Chelsea. They've got some cracking. Like, we've got some great players in the U21s, but France have got 3 midfielders that all of the Champions League teams are scrambling for, in Kone and Thuram and stuff. They've got some big hitters. They're not just senior players; they're literally in the U21s.
I actually think that this championship could actually be a France-England final. I think we've got a very, very good squad out there as well.
That would be very good. Definitely do.
And I didn't realise that there was a couple of England full internationals had the opportunity to go and play, had permission to go and play. Saka being one of them, but they turned the opportunity down. I'm not really surprised. You know, these guys have got to have a break somewhere along the line.
Saka will probably play most of the minutes next year for Arsenal as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Good interception there. That's Tonali on the ball. That's a nice little bit of play from there. Italy building on the left-hand side here.
You watch Tonali. He does follow the ball a lot. He's always around where the ball is.
He does. This is interesting. Free kick just on the about 5 yards outside the box. Is this going to be Tonali?
That was very nice from him with his interception there, by the way.
Yeah.
Under pressure from two players. He read that he smelt the danger, turned around, played a very sort of Bruno outside of the foot pass back into the right place, and then they built from there. Bruno does a very similar move. There's
only one guy taking this free kick, by the way. There's nobody else around the ball. It's Tonali, basically. So this, I mean, can you imagine he puts this in the onion bag, guys? The excitement will just build even further, won't it? It'd be incredible. Taking a couple of steps back now.
It's a pity Melio isn't goal for them. It's a pity Melio isn't goal for them. We've seen goals past him from free kicks from here before, haven't we?
Oh, just wide.
He tried.
Wow, that wasn't far away. Jesus. That was almost nestling in the bottom corner.
I'm about very good 2 seconds behind you, but yeah.
Well, you know. That was a bit further out. That was in the net, no doubt about. Look at the swerve on that.
Cool.
Yeah,
good jazz on that, didn't it?
Yeah. Matthew says, I've got my 6-week-old son sat staring at the TV watching the show. Say hello to the youngest Toon Review fan, Charlie. Charlie! Good evening. He hasn't got a clue what we're saying, but good evening, Charlie. DeMarco would be some signing at left back. He has been mentioned a couple of times, but I don't think there's any direct links with him at the minute, though. That's the problem.
There are. We will be reviewing him in the next transfer show.
Well, I stand corrected. There you go. There you go.
In fact, I can tell you where the links are from.
Well, I tell you what, this
I can anyway.
Cavaninga or whatever he's called, bloody hell, he looks a player, by the way. He's causing the Italians all sorts of problems. Ian Fleming, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, what do you know about Habib Diallo, Alex? He's been linked with us, had a great game against Brazil on Tuesday for Senegal, of course.
Go on, you're in here. You're in.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting to you twat.
Italy were in there. He's pulled it back to book the
What's
French.
An absolute shithouse referee that is.
Wow. I tell you what. He's clean through. And Kunku is booked. That's not the one that signed for Chelsea, by the way. This is a central defender. Pellegri's rolling around on the floor, as you'd expect. But Italy can't be happy with that. I mean, he was through on goal, and he's brought it back.
Ridiculous referee.
Well, Scalvini's been booked as well, the right back, but I think that's for dissent. But he's had a right. He's had a right to complain there. He was clean through.
Well, the website gives us the cards as well. Oh, this is lovely.
Yes. I'm impressed with the graphics. Yes. Indeed.
We need this. We need like a Netflix for the Premier League. This is lovely. Absolutely. I wish we could have this every game.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Anyway, Tonali's over the ball again here. This is way too far out to shoot. I mean, I'd be amazed if he does shoot.
Never say that. David Luiz still exists.
Yes. I mean, what? This is a good bloody hell. 55, 60 yards out. There's no way he's going to crack this.
He's 40 yards out there.
Oh, he's hit the Italian player again. What a beautiful free kick.
Great free kick, yeah.
I'm impressed so far with what I've seen. His touches have been fantastic. But here come the French again. And again, some very strange officiating going on here. That was clearly an Italian throw, by the way. But never mind. What do we know? We just watching the game. Jack says, I reckon Bruno and Tonali constantly swapping will be quite something. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, you mentioned this last night, guys, didn't you? That you think they'll alternate between playing that defensive midfield. Do you think there's any chance that Eddie Howe changes formations next season? Depending on, some more players that we might get in?
I think you lose a lot of what Willock and Joe Linton can offer, though. It's a tricky one because you want to get the most out of every.
Them all in as well, though.
Yeah, well, this is the issue, really. I think we could go for a 4-2-3-1, but then do we have a proper 10?
Yeah, they're not going to be playing every game, though, are they? Because that's why we're building a squad. There's some runctious tackles going in here, but Italy just can't clear the ball. And runctious, by the way, is a brand new word I've just made up. Oof. No idea where that came from. Never mind. Jay says, what do I have to do to set up watching the game? Just go to UEFA.tv, sign up, and away you go. Call Me Swift says, I think he might have a backup formation. I'm not sure about changing it fully. But it would be nice to have the option to, wouldn't it? Nice to know that we've got the players to change the formation should he.
They'll definitely be working on alternate things next season because they did that either when they were having to sort of go to a 4-4-2, they were having to change shape to chase games. We didn't really see that in the first 6 months, but we did see it in the second half of the season when everybody was fit. So I would imagine we'll be working on several attacking shapes, and if this happens, we can do this and bring one player on, change the shape. I think it will be a lot more free flowing. It won't just be a rigid system. I think it will be like a living, breathing thing that will change on the fly.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be interesting to see what he does in pre-season, isn't it? Because pre-season is a time where he's going to be experimenting a little bit with players and formations. So what about going for the Leipzig 4-2-2?
Not sure about that. Not so sure about that.
I'm not either. I'm just suggesting it. I mean, that would be kamikaze, if anything, wouldn't it? To be fair.
But Ragnick tried, didn't he, and failed miserably.
Yeah, well, again, just because he went to Manchester United, he was Billy Big Boots, wasn't he? And he certainly didn't turn out that way as a manager. No way in hell. Nothing going on in the game so far. Again, France pretty much dominating possession. Certainly having a lot more of the ball than the Italians. But the Italians, that's a lovely little flick. Here come the Italians. Wow, they've got a good opportunity here. Some good pick, but nobody's up on the left-hand side. Here they come now. Into the area. Shot, and that took a deflection, and that's going to be a corner to Italia. So again, we're going to get to see a set piece from Mr. Tonali. Good run, that, but he didn't seem to get well supported there, guys. Italy was slow getting men forward.
Yeah, he was run out of ideas, didn't he? Did have the conviction to go himself, so he slowed it all down. France got men behind the ball and then it's corner.
Adam P, by the way, got Tonali's name on the back of a number 20 today. So interesting to see if he will be number 20. Tom says runctious is a good word, sort of a cross between runctious and rambunctious. In comes the corner. It's an absolute beauty. What a save! Wow.
Great corner too, though.
Chevalier with a fantastic save. But Billy, it seems to me every time Tonali takes a set piece, he's finding an Italian head. That was a brilliant save, by the way.
Good header too. It was a great save.
Did nothing wrong. Quick reflexes from Chevalier there and tips it over the bar. But again, brilliant delivery from Tonali there. And now he's gone to the other side to take it. Literally, he's on everything, isn't he, Billy? He's literally on every single set piece.
He's the kingpin of everything Italy do, to be fair.
Yeah, and it comes again. It's another good one. And are they going to get a penalty there? 2 Italians. Wow.
Ref watched it and didn't give anything, did he?
He didn't. And France break out very quickly from that. This is an opportunity at the other end for the French. They've got men forward here. Oh, he's hit that too deep. Far too deep. Big opportunity there for France to break away. But again, I mean, I don't know if VAR is in this tournament or not, but I'm sure they'll have a look at that again if they are, because 2 Italians went sprawling to the floor there and absolutely screaming at the referee. But that first corner, what a ball in that was from Tonali, and a sensational save by Chevalier. I think you missed that, Alex. It was an absolutely brilliant corner.
Was it a Tonali corner?
Yeah. Right on the bonce of the Italian forward, and well, I think it was the centre back actually, and brilliant save. But again, France immediately back in control of the game. They should have done better there with that break, Billy, because they came down the right hand side and it was completely overhit.
Yeah, France
again.
Playing
back. Oh, what a goal that is!
Oh, it's a great flick.
That is sensational.
What's a flick that is?
That is remarkable goal, that.
Calimundo.
I mean, told you he was quite good.
Quite good. That is sensational, man. What a flick that is. That wasn't even on, Bill, guys. It wasn't even on. And
got a touch of the Ayoze Perez about him, isn't he? That he did that one, didn't he?
Wow. Kalimundo, what a player this guy is. He's looked really good in the first 20-odd minutes of this game. And there wasn't even a goal on there when that ball came across.
No, the defender would have thought he had his job done perfectly there. He had him in the perfect place, but
we're looking back at the penalty incident. So, I mean, but here's the ball in. And this flick, that is just incredible, guys.
Oh, wow. Number 5 can't believe it's happened. He literally thinks he's done the job perfectly there.
I mean, well, what are you supposed to... He couldn't do more as a defender, really, could he?
And it's got an exact place, the only place where the goalkeeper couldn't get his finger on it. VAR are looking at that, aren't they?
I think that they were looking at the penalty, but they've decided nothing. I mean, I've never seen that yet, when a goal's been scored at one end because the player hasn't stopped to allow the penalty to be reviewed. But they did definitely renew. I don't know whether it was just the cameras or the TV going back to look at it, but I mean, that is sensational. Get him signed up. I mean, he has looked the best player on the pitch so far, hasn't he? I mean, the runs he's made, but what a flick that was. I think it was Thuram that crossed it, wasn't it?
He's got a touch to the Obafemi Martins about him, hasn't he? His size and whatever. And his stature.
The thing is, nobody ever knew how old Obafemi Martins was, Billy. That's the thing.
Yeah, he could be playing tonight for all we know.
Quite a few people saying in the chat that there isn't any VAR, so obviously it was just the TV company looking back there. But I have to say, that was very close to being a penalty. 2 Italians going down. Saracene says, to be fair, Gordon's goal was the same, but that got disallowed, didn't it? It was pulled back for a foul. Long ball from the Italians. They've got to now come out and maybe play a bit more, I don't know, shall we say, aggressively? Because France have dominated this, really, haven't they?
Yeah, they played a back 5, haven't they, when defending? It's kind of low blocky, and they haven't really broke with that much speed, have they, apart from the one time where the fellow ran out of options. But yeah, they don't know much. Everything's coming through Tonali that is good about them, that's for certain.
I mean, the France are doing a good press as well. They're not pressing, high, but they're not allowing the Italians very much time on the ball at all. And the Italians are kind of panicking now, and they're playing long balls, which is very unlike the Italians, really, isn't it? And they're struggling. I mean, France, the way France are playing here, they could get 2 or 3 in the first half. Maybe Tonali will be thinking about, his medical tomorrow, or, where he's going in the summer and things like that. Good bit of pressing by Italy here, forcing France to turn back. But what a bit of play that is from the left back there. Just so calm on the ball. Mendes he's causing all sorts of problems. Just grabbing his left arse cheek there. I think he got a knee in the arse. Tim Gill says, is the deal complete? Not 100%. The deal is complete when the club tell us it's complete. Simple as that. But as far as we're aware, all the reports are in the right direction, saying that the personal terms are all agreed. The fee with AC Milan is agreed. It's now just a question of medicals and things like that, which is very, very positive. Kone and Thuram also good to watch since they are linked with us as well.
That's a lovely pass.
That's what Alex said last night. There is players in this French team who have been linked with us. Julie J says, I do like this guy. I hadn't really heard of him before his name was mentioned. I think she's talking about what's his name? Kalimwendo. Leeds in talks for Carl Darlow, apparently, says Charlie.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Wow. That would be a good move for him. I mean, is Darlow better than Meslier? I would say so. He's had a mare, Meslier, absolute mare. But wherever Carl Darlow goes, I guess he's one of the things that he'd be going for is to be first choice, wouldn't he? He'd be going to be their main keeper. Wherever he goes, he'll expect to be first choice, won't he?
There's a little point in going to Leeds to be second choice, let's be honest.
Yeah. French. Oh, look at the football they're playing, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's sensational. The shot goes wide.
Oh.
My God. They are mincing Italy here. Absolutely mincing them. Some of the one-touch football that they're playing is absolutely brilliant. Apart from the wild shot.
I mean, Guidi there doing a lot of all the flicks and tricks and ball progression.
Yep. I mean, apart from that corner that Italy had, they've offered really nothing else.
Christ, that's a shocking decision. Just play on, for Christ's sake.
I know. You know what some of these European referees are like, though? Oh, that's a bad pass. Just kick it straight out of play. He doesn't look impressed with himself with that one at all. Would-be Farmer says Tyler Adams would be a good squad fit for the Toon. Well, he's been linked with us. I think we've already covered him, haven't we, Alex?
Who?
Tyler Adams?
Yeah, I think we've covered him.
Yeah. Oh, we had.
He's not a bad player. His defensive output is through the roof. The rest of his metrics have been tainted because Leeds were very poor. I don't think he'd be too bad in our team, but it's obviously it's not a Tonali sort of signing. He would be okay, but Tonali is more than okay. Tonali is, very, very good.
I'm not sure there's a lot of these Italians up to Tonali's level and some of the French players' levels here. They don't look like France generally look threatening every time they get the ball. But here's a chance for Italy. No, he's offside again before he's thrown to the floor.
Christ. It's a wonder what Gononto isn't playing for these, isn't it?
Call Me Swift says, Julie, Tim Krul is always welcome back at the Toon, in my opinion, but he's well past his best now. So I would only want him to have the coaching role. Yeah, Tim Krul's been and gone now, I think. I mean, he got injured last year, didn't he? Was he out for the back end of the season? Pretty sure he was. Because Gunn had to come back in.
I think Fraser Forster could do a job on maybe as a bench keeper.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that I want him. It's purely based on the homegrown trained at club quota. If we have to.
Yeah. This is, I think, there's a few French players here definitely catching the eye. There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, this French under-21 side, right, they look like they could compete in a senior level. The way they're knocking the ball around here.
I have been trying to explain this to you. I think now you're seeing it. The level, these three lads in midfield are all linked with Champions League sort of club moves.
It's the little layoffs, though. The chest downs and then the one touch.
Well, I mean
either come again.
Well. Oh, brilliant.
That's good defending, actually. That is brilliant. What do you reckon of the Crystal Palace? Is it the centre-back we're looking at, Anderson?
Anderson will be in the next show as well.
Yeah, trying to generate conversation and get shot down every time with all these bloody players. Is there any players that we can talk about that aren't linked with Newcastle is the question, to be fair.
We're linked with pretty much everyone, so...
The French always produce quality footballers, says Call Me Swift. Good afternoon, Brian. Hope you're well. Does anything happen if we don't have 5 homegrown players, asks Niall.
We just can't have as many in the submission. So I think we need 8 homegrown and we need 4 homegrown at club. And if we don't hit those criteria, instead of having like a 25-man Champions League squad, we'd have a 23-man Champions League squad, and then it would reduce accordingly. So we just won't be able to use as many players. You just might as well. Why not? Yeah. But I think City did that one year where they only submitted a squad of 23 in the Champions League because they didn't meet the quota. So it's not the end of the world.
Still like to. That's a poor clearance from the French keeper. Tonali can't get on the ball. He just can't get on the ball. I mean, France are just overpowering them on every angle of this pitch so far. And here they come again. They've got men overlapping. This is a big, terrible touch. And it's gone for a corner, I think. No, goal kick, says the referee. Bizarre. Thuram holding his arm up in the air. The Italian goalkeeper's got a sore elbow. That was a poor touch, that though, Billy.
Certainly was. Clean through there. There's a poor touch from Tonali at the other end as well, to be honest. Lost the ball in the first place.
I mean, Italy just can't get going here. They just cannot get going. It's a good play by the French kid there to get back up and get on with it again. And then that touch there was just horrific. But Italy need to get on the ball a bit more here. The passing's been all over the place. They can't get anything going at all.
Yeah, this Guidi looks absolutely sensational. We've talked about him a few times before. We've not been linked with him for quite a long time, unfortunately, but he looks like such a good player.
Yeah, here's Tonali on the ball now, just plays it short. They just, every time they look up, there's just a sea of blue shirts, and it's all the way back to the goalkeeper again here.
They need a session of possession. The Italians are giving the ball away way too easily most of the time.
Yeah.
So they need a session just keeping the ball to themselves for a little bit.
Well, that's a nice chest down.
Plenty of space here.
Yeah, chance on the left-hand side now. Good defending by the French as well. Look at the French press, though. I mean, they're hounding the Italians here. Absolutely hounding them. And they've lost the ball again. Oh, look how... That's brilliant bit of play there, just to set them away. I think that was Thuram. Just turned and set the French away again. Look at the space over on this right-hand side here.
It was Kone that did that.
Was it Kone?
Yeah, no, Thuram with a big switch.
I mean, look at the passing. It's brilliant to watch, isn't it? It is really good to watch. I mean, the French are playing some really good football here. Here they come again. Oh, that's brilliant, that. Oh, my goodness me. Brilliant, but the final ball again, just cut back a bit too far, and the Italians get on the ball. But, wow. Marx has watched Paul's epic rant from 2 years ago after we got beat off Sheffield United and just felt his pain, then smiled. Wow, look at us now. I'm buzzing for every Toon fan. Yeah, I remember back there.
That's Tonali.
A great time, yeah. Interesting. They seem to fall to the floor. Yeah. Didn't seem like he was chopped down there, but listen, fine by me. Ewan says, Paul, where do you think Rice is going? Arsenal. I think Arsenal will eventually will pay the asking fee. I think Rice himself probably wants Arsenal more than I would say Manchester City. I certainly don't think there's any chance of him coming to us. Anyway, Tonali's free kick again is bang on, and it's 1-1.
Great free kick.
What a free kick from Tonali that is, by the way. And you know what it is? This guy he's a set-piece maestro. Every set-piece he's taken, Billy, has been bang on the button. Yeah,
he's hit the Italian head every time he's crossed it in. The free kick was just wide as well. He's been sensational from dead ball situations. Bit of competition for Mr. Trippier, isn't there, next year if he does come?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no offside there, but again, I mean, he just seems to find the Italian's head beautifully curled in, right on his bonce, and it's a very good header, to be fair to him as well. Still a little bit of work to do. It was slightly behind him, if anything, and that's 1-1. Alex, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, say competition for Trippier, I don't even see it like that. I see it as just an alternative. If we can have somebody to play sort of set pieces from either side, corners from either side, this just makes it so much easier for us, so much harder for the opposition to plan against how we're going to do it. You know, Cher and Botman, both of them should have had a lot more goals from set pieces, and I feel like adding Tonali is going to help unlock that next season. We could see an extra 5 to 10 goals from sort of defensive players. You know, with a better not a better deliverer of the ball, but an alternative.
Yeah.
Italy don't deserve to be 1-1, let's be honest.
No, they don't. I think that is
kind of like the Euros final as well.
Yeah. I mean, France have absolutely dominated the game, but that's what it is about a set piece taker like somebody like Tonali, though. He can change a game. You know, they get a free kick like that, he can just change a game, and all of a sudden, you know, Italy a level when they don't deserve to be.
I think maybe we need to give a bit more credit to the header of the ball there.
It was a brilliant header. Yeah. because it looked like it was slightly behind him, but he sort of half delayed his run. Another ball in, and that's a good save. It could have been an own goal there. France almost back in front. But I think like you said, Billy, I think every single set piece he's taken has hit an Italian's head tonight.
That's an inaccuracy.
David Smith says the way Tonali crosses the ball, we should get Chris Wood back. Way. Wow. Gordon's assist today was brilliant. It was really good. He had a very, very good game. This is opening up a bit more here, by the way. The Italians pouring forward now.
First touch again.
That's offside. That's offside. He's left the ball. That was clever. He left the ball, Billy, so he didn't get called.
Well, I played this. Trying to walk it in the net.
Yeah, just ran out of the room, didn't they? Wow. Nick says, could we play with Kone at 6 with Bruno and Tonali ahead of him?
Absolutely.
Kone's a bit... Yeah, he can be a 6, but there's kind of a lot of players that profile as both nowadays.
Yeah,
there's not as many floating around that are just out and out 6s like a Rodri. Most of them seem to be athletic enough to be doing kind of both roles or a dual role. Rice can do a bit of both. Bruno does a bit of both. Tonali can do both. And just going back to Anthony Gordon, can I just mention, this is actually great for us because obviously he wasn't playing too many minutes, but the fact he can go away and play with the under-21s internationally just helps with his development without us having to do anything, which is great. Free development for us, so that's brilliant.
Step aside, Trippier. There's a new kid in town. Interesting. Oh my goodness me, that was a crunching tackle. But the Italian, overlap here. This is an opportunity for Italy. Can they get a decent ball into the box? He's pulled it, but that's awful layoff. But they've got away with it again. Tonali wins the ball back. In comes the cross, and again, just forcing the French to head it clear. Incredible
ground, doesn't he? Cover some ground, Tonali.
I'm sorry, but every time I see that number 13, I know he's called Udoggy, but you just have to say Undoggy. I mean, Doggy. I'm sure you don't pronounce it that way, by the way. I'm just sort of...
So we don't play at the back.
Sorry. Jesus Christ. Billy Bob, ladies and gentlemen, he's here all week. Here come the Italians again, and they've got a free kick right on the edge of the box here. Now, will Tonali go for goal here, or will he cross it? This is a... Wow. Yeah, indeed, Stu. Thoughts with the people that lost their lives on that submarine. Absolutely shocking. Really, really bad news that today. So nice comment, Stu. Right. Oh, Tonali's not over this one, guys. Somebody else has taken it. It's going to be Rebella. And I think he's going to go for goal, judging by his face. He is going to go for goal. It's wide and high. And it remains 1-1. Never threatening the goal, that free kick there. Never threatening the goal.
Tonali should have pulled rank there.
Volks's Romano tweet, by the way. Does anyone want to have a quick look at that? Because has he tweeted anything else? I saw the tweets where he was sort of confirming that the agreements had been put in place, and but I haven't seen anything else since then. As France come forward again, a couple of minutes before half-time. It's been a good first half, this. I've enjoyed it, actually. But we did think it was going to be a good game, didn't we? I mean, France have had more of it. That's good play by the captain again for France. Knocking on the door here. It'd be a good time for them to score. They're like the one-touch stuff, don't they, in front of the penalty area?
Romano says, told Sandro Tonali's agent, Giuseppe Rizzo, will travel to Romania on Friday, where Tonali is busy with the under-21s. He's not in Romania tonight. Plan is to get final details of the contracts done in the next hour, then complete medical with Newcastle United staff in 24 to 48 hours. There
you go. So
it's also a Spanish outlet, by the way. I've got to say this. It's so random. Fichajes Football are reporting... I can't believe this, but Paqueta's come back up. There is no chance.
Sorry?
Surely not. Paqueta.
Well, listen, that's not the first link I've seen, by the way, mentioning Paqueta.
Surely they can't get rid of Rice and Paqueta. That's
well, that would deplete them. I mean, that would actually.
They lost Noble the previous season. Souček's really old. They're going to have any midfielders left.
Dare I say we offer Longstaff as part of the deal for Paqueta? Would we dare do that?
No, we need homegrown.
Yeah, that's true. Who else can we sort off down there? Jeff Hendrick, perfect replacement.
Hendrick, Fraser,
absolutely. Fraser, send them both down to West Ham. Sorry, West Ham fans. We just
Lewis, give about 10 players.
Well, all the dead wood. Let's just offer them to West Ham. In a sort of deal with Paqueta. No, seriously though, I can't see that happening. I mean, West Ham would be absolutely insane if they lost both Rice and Paqueta. Jesus, because Paqueta really started to play towards sort of midway through the season, didn't he? He got going because we were all looking, thinking, "Oh, we've got the better of the two players," and Paqueta really did start to come into his own in sort of second half of the season. Michael Curtis says, "Hi guys, do you think the Toon would prefer Szoboszlai rather than Maddison because of Szoboszlai's release clause?" Well, you've got to think that the release clause is only till the end of this month, isn't it?
It's also significantly higher than what we'd have to pay for Maddison, though. However, the wages would be a lot lower for Szoboszlai, I would imagine. I think Maddison's going to want sort of match highest earner sort of wages, whereas Szoboszlai we might be able to get on, I don't know, something a bit more reasonable.
Yeah. France coming forward again. This is a fabulous run, by the way.
True, I'm just doing Tonali there like a kipper.
Yeah.
And again.
Is that Thuram with the long dreadlocks?
Yeah.
It's not Tonali that he did there, was it?
He did, yeah.
Good save. Wow. Blistering shot coming in there, and wow. I mean, just wow. That was hit with pace. I thought initially the goalkeeper was quite slow getting down. It was right there, but the shot was blistering, skidding off the surface as well. That's a good save. It's gone for a corner. Do you think he was a bit slow getting down there, guys, or was it just the pace of the shot caught him out?
It was a quick shot.
It
was also hard to get down. Because it started sort of mid-height and dipped down, so the keeper had to get down.
Yeah. Corner's punched away, and Italy might be able to catch them on the break here before half-time. No, it's very good defending. Is that Thuram again?
Kone. That's on.
Kone. Have they both got dreadlocks?
Kone's the 7.
Kone's number 7, isn't he? Right, okay. He looks a player, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Proper unit, isn't he?
Yeah. Another long shot comes in, deflected wide, and it's going to be a corner. We're into the 1 minute of additional time in the first half. Guys, I mean, what have you made of Tonali so far? I mean, he hasn't, in play, there hasn't been much for him to do at the moment because France have dominated possession, but set piece-wise, pure class, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those games where the opposition's very, very good. So, I mean, it's a good test. We can see what he can do against tough opposition. He's being resilient, careful, making the right decisions, runs, passes, good with the set pieces. Obviously, it's a shame that if they were playing against weaker opposition, we'd get to see a lot more of Tonali.
Italy could be away here. They're on a break. Oh, he's turned back. Oh man.
Why did he turn back?
Keep going, man.
Let the French get back now.
The ball in the box, and it comes. It's come out to the edge of the box. He's going to have a right-footed shot. It's over, and that'll do for the first half, I think. Wayward shot from Undoggy. No, it's gone over the bar. It looks like the ref's going to allow the goal kick to take place and then blow his whistle.
But this is good. If we draw Real Madrid in a group game, we need to know that Tonali can put up these sorts of performances against the very best, and he's done it in the Champions League this year for AC Milan, and he looks like he's absolutely more than capable of putting up with this France under 21s.
Yeah. The whistle has gone for half time, and it's France 1, Italy 1. Calamwendo on 23 minutes with a fabulous little flick, and Pellegrini with an equaliser from a wonderful ball in from Tonali. Tonali's free kick. I'm impressed with what I've seen from the dead ball, from a dead ball perspective. Haven't seen enough of him in open play, but that's because France have pretty much dominated possession.
He's been very tidy when he's had the ball, hasn't he? I don't think he's giving it away.
Yeah.
Follows the ball around. You know, whenever there's bits of action, Tonali's around it, which is good. Covers lots of ground. As I say, very tidy with the ball, and his set pieces have been phenomenal, to be honest.
Yeah. Alex has had to dip out for 10 minutes. Billy, I'm just going on a quick toilet break. If you want to cover some comments, mate, and I'll be back shortly, bud.
Shall do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's go for some comments then, while the other lads have a bit of a break. I don't know we've got to, but we'll go from Niall Powell. He's on about. Oh, we'll go from Julie. She says a lot about Paqueta. She saw that. That would be madness. Yes, it would be. Niall says that was on the West Ham podcast last night that Paqueta is coming to us for 75 million. Yeah, I just don't see us paying that kind of money for him at the minute, because I think we would pay it, but you know, with our FFP, I mean, I'd love to get him myself. He's a great player. We need this Paqueta boat. We missed the Paqueta boat, you should say. Should have took the risk like what West Ham had done. Always going to be a baller, says Craig Black, Sim Racing, indeed. Hi, guys. Do you think the two would prefer Szoboszlai rather than Maddison because of Szoboszlai's release clause? Well, it's more than Maddison's fee, but as Alex said, his wages would be a lot cheaper. Jan says ASM to West Ham. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. I'd like to see Hendrick on my way to work. I'll give him away, said Julie. Hendrick, Fraser, Lewis, and 20 million. Yeah, for Lucas Paqueta. West Ham want McTominay. Good for them. Let them have him. Liverpool were in for Barrera early, says Ricky D. They were. Seemingly we've gone off that sign now to go for Sandro Tonali. I saw Reading opted to sign Hendrick on a permanent. Imagine the Irish Pirlo in League One next season. And it still might be too high for him. Mason, he's a dreadful player. West Ham, he said that. West Ham with YouTube swipes, said Paqueta going to the NC 70 million. It's coming down 5 million. If we get another 5 comments in, we could get him down to 50 million here, guys. I would take Paqueta over Rice, which is quite bland. A Paqueta cow, is that a food, Dennis? I'm guessing it is. Imagine Paqueta, Bruno, Joe Linton rotating. It'd be phenomenal, wouldn't it? And put Tonali in with them as well. I'd rather we tried getting Bowen than Paqueta. Yeah, it's a position we need, isn't he? The release clause for Szoboszlai, I believe, is 70 million, 75 million, something of that nature. We've got a $10 super chat from Seattle Geordie. He says, yes, Paqueta, 75 million. We send all the deadwood to West Ham. The Hammers now want 80 million for Paqueta. Just got in. How tonight, doing? Love you guys, as always. Benny Hill, but only in the Monday way. Paqueta, tonight he's playing very... He's in a side that's second best on the pitch. However, he's not giving the ball open, very tidy. He's covered every blade of grass. Got an assist to his name too from free kick, which he's very dangerous from. His dead ball situations, fantastic free kicks. Had 3 or 4 of all hits, or corners of all hit Italian heads in the box. And a free kick which just went narrowly wide. So he's very impressive from the dead ball situations. 6-year deals in Cummins as Bath. I guess that's about Tonali. And he is 4 years younger with better resale. Value on about Szoboszlai, I guess. Don Boz or Lucas over Maddison. Yes, I'm Kone, says Chippers. Only thing Maddison has over Szoboszlai's Premier League experience, indeed. Although Szoboszlai, well, did Maddison play in the Champions League for Leicester? I don't think he did he? Whenever he's on the ball, he's good, just not getting the ball much. That's right, Callum, I agree with you. France are dominating the game, to be fair, aren't they? Which makes possession of the ball harder for Sandro Tonali. But when he has had it, he's looked really, really tidy, like you say. UEFA TV, Carlos, you have to register to it. It doesn't cost you anything. Just put your Gmail address in and you're in straight away. You might have to come out of it to get back in again. But once you're in. And it's a nice view, actually. Good watch. Big Dom would be cheaper wages, probably. I think you'd have to entice him here with bigger wages, though, I'd say, Jock. Paqueta, Bruno, best mate, should have got him at the same time, says John. Release clause of red herring, you have to pay a release clause up front in one big lump. Yes, that's true, you do. And the amortization side of it then is higher, isn't it? So if you get Maddison, if they didn't want it up front, you could pay over 3 lots. Szoboszlai release clause in one go. So you're looking at quite a few quid. Being a canny game, this gives us great options for set pieces. Been really enjoyable, the game, if you're not watching it, folks. And if you can get to UEFA TV, I recommend you do so because it is a very good game. Tonali can have an average game live ball, but dead ball, he can be deadly, says Revenge at 32. Yes, I agree with that. He's say he's been average. He's not going to have a chance to get on the ball much, has he? The French midfield, as Alex has said numerous times, is full of players who are bound for Champions League or wanted by Champions League clubs. Tonight, Kevin Toon being one of them, Manu Kone another. It's just fantastic. Who's having a dog? He says Chippers. I knew you'd pick up on that. Brian Scott was impressed with the game and impressed with Tonali. Do you think we'll go for a young striker this summer transfer? I think we'll go for a third striker, whether it be a young striker to come on in years or an older, experienced one to basically fill in the gaps as and when needed. Who knows? But yeah, I think there'll be definitely a third striker coming, I would imagine. Tonali's insane at crossing, says Kenzie. Absolutely, he's brilliant. Nick says, one great set pieces from Tonali. Kone looks immense as he does most games. The French 9 looks handy. Kalimwendo, yes, he does. He's been superb. Italy have got to try and keep him out of the game if they can, but it's been hard for them. Julie Dorset Bell says, Paquette plays on the left, also Brazil. We need right-sided players. Yeah, I guess that's true. This must have been the time where I said Spies didn't play at the back. Billy Doggin again, lol. Who was that red guy who just left? All I've seen today has been Vincent. Paquette was probably a player we missed on last year, says Revenger. Wonder if there's a release clause that could be activated. I doubt it. If they don't finish high enough or miss European Champions League or the Europa League. Well, I haven't missed it, have they? They're in it, so that kind of puts something out the window.
Yep.
Well, the comment that's on the screen is the last one I did.
Herky Dirk. Have you done that super chat?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Let's have a look. Abs is excellent from set pieces, and I think he improves us. Still not sure about his general passing, but he seems like a good fit. Well, he hasn't been on the ball enough, has he? I mean, let's be honest. He hasn't had the time. He hasn't had the time on the ball. He hasn't been able to make any sort of influence on the game. But I think that's the way France are playing, isn't it, Billy? I mean, France have dominated the game, and it's been very difficult for Tonali to have any influence.
Yeah, the three in the middle of the park, Thuram, Kone, I think it's Guerrero playing in front of them, but the other midfielder on this side, dominated the game. It's hard for it to get the ball. I've had it in fits and starts. When he has had it, he hasn't given it away. He's been very tidy with it, and he has prompted a few attacks. Very tidy.
But what I've been impressed about, I think you brought it up in that first half, Billy, was the amount of sort of coverage he makes. You know, he's all over the pitch. He's not just on the left-hand side. He was on the right-hand side a few times. He was through the middle. He looks like he covers a lot of ground. Yeah,
he likes to be around the ball, doesn't he? I noticed that last night, and the stats that started to give out about the amount of throw-ins he takes for midfield players, an awful lot, a massive percentage. Generally, fullbacks take throw-ins, don't they? And for him to take throw-ins means he's around the ball a lot, which is a good thing for me. I like that.
Yeah, he wants to be involved, doesn't he? It's clear to see that he wants to be involved in a lot of things that go on the pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe at sort of club level, certainly in Newcastle, he won't have to have that responsibility all the time, as you know, because he's got Bruno around him. He'll have the likes of Willock, Joe Linton. Our midfield is becoming a little bit frightening, isn't it?
We needed depth there, didn't we? We were short at the end of the last season when Longstaff was injured, so yeah, we definitely needed depth in the middle of the park.
Indeed. Guys, if you are enjoying tonight's stream, please do give it the thumbs up. We have worked hard to bring you this tonight, and obviously looking at Tonali, but also enjoying some of the French players as well. So please do give it the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button, completely free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. And like a few people have kindly already done tonight, if you do want to donate to the channel, you can by hitting that $ just underneath the live chat, and that'll take you through to a payment method. You can also become a member by hitting the join button, which is also just underneath the show, and come and be a member, and you're in with, as well as supporting the channel with your membership, there is obviously a lot of chances to win some prizes. All the prizes that have been won in the past couple of weeks with the competitions we've had on, they will be sent out over the weekend, so you will get them at some point next week, guys. So you can look forward to something dropping through your letterbox, those of you that have won. Cameron says, surprising we've managed to take a Milan-born AC Milan captain, fan and key asset. How far we've come from not even paying 1 million for Chowdhury on loan. Yeah, somebody brought that up on social media earlier on today, and it's frightening that we wouldn't stump up £1 million to bring in Hamza Chowdhury. I mean, it is scary when you look back, Billy, at how how we were run as a football club.
Cherry pick, weren't we? Basically, we were an advertising hoarding. It was scandalous the way he was allowed to get away with what he got away with by the Premier League and other bodies of football regulations. I'm thinking more of the land side of it. Years gone by, but they have dreamed of Newcastle United coming in and taking away players like Baresi or Hullet or Van Basten. It must be terrible for them, and losing out on Botman to us as well. It's not the right time to be a Milan fan.
I don't think the AC Milan fans will be. How shall I put it? Very happy with Newcastle, given that they didn't get Botman because he came to us, and now we've took Tonali away from them. It's like you mentioned Newcastle United to an AC Milan fan, and I don't think they'll have very good opinions of us right now, Billy.
No, and we may well draw them in the Champions League, mightn't we? Which is
yes, yes, there is that. There is that. Oops, just set a video away by accident there. Nick Thornton says, I'd love Harvey Barnes on the left of our midfield. Think he's a Howe type of player. Look, I think Harvey Barnes, I don't know, Billy. Harvey Barnes is one of these that 1 minute he's electric, but he fades away for a few games. And is that really what we want? I'm not too sure. No,
he's very much like Jack Harrison for me. Similar type players, just slightly below what we need, I think, quality-wise.
The match is now on Now Sports as well, says Big Dog. Cameron says, as much as I love both Murphy and Miggy, I don't think the quality matches the consistency or vice versa. And we need a lethal right-sided attacker that can use more than 1 foot. I do actually agree with that, because I think, if the one frustrating thing about Miggy is the fact that he cuts back all the time, and, he doesn't really have a right foot. And if we can get a dynamic right-sided forward, Billy, we're away. We certainly, we've got an option of Isak on the left, of course, if he's going to continue with Wilson down the middle, or we've got Maxi at the moment. We've got Anthony Gordon, who hopefully will be better next season, and he's promised us he's gone away and worked hard. At least for Anthony Gordon, Billy, his interview after the Chelsea game really hit home for me about, he was very honest with him, with us as well as fans, and said, look, I know I haven't been up to scratch, and that's been down to, fitness, because when he came to Newcastle, he was surprised how fit the squad were. He got injured, and also just trying to, fit into a new team. So it was very difficult for him to do that in such a short space of time.
Yeah, it was unlikely he was going to hit the ground running, because you remember Everton, he wasn't playing particularly well for them, was he? So
no,
he was brought as potential. I think you'll see better with him next season, and I think 2 or 3 years' time is when you'll see the best of Anthony Gordon. Yeah, when he can adapt the skills he has to the pace he has, he'll be a real threat to teams without any shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely. It looks like Ganonto's coming on for Italy, Billy. Obviously, he's played at senior level for the Italians, but he's having a good conversation with the coaches there. So it looks like he could be making an entrance. I'd be very interested to see if the Italians change the way they play in the second half, Billy, and try and get Tonali involved a bit more, because they can't really play like that and expect to get a result from this game.
Well, they can't hit a long ball anymore. They're going to have to hit the channels, aren't they, with Ganonto on? And use his pace, which we know is electric. Unless they play him out wide, of course, it's possible that they may do that. Depends where he goes. We'll have to see where he goes.
Yeah. Jake says, Romano update on Tonali contracts tonight, medical over the next 48 hours. Yeah, Billy read that out earlier on. Thanks for that, Jake. Revenger says, watching Tonali feels like watching John Joe Shelby, but world class. Faster, better defending, good reads, and similar long pass. Yeah, do you ever think, Billy, that, John Joe look back on his career and think that, it could have been so much more?
Without a doubt. Yeah, he had all the skills and talent in the world. At times, he let himself down professionally, I think. Certainly when he was at Swansea and Liverpool to a certain extent. Well,
he's done it again at Forest, hasn't he? Look at the situation he's found himself in.
Also, yeah. He probably regrets leaving. He probably regrets leaving Newcastle. And he probably could have done a job for us in the end of last season, which... it's a detriment to him, really. But he went for the money, went for security of a longer contract. Hasn't worked out for him. He ended up leaving. He's going to leave there again. So,
well, Cambiaghi's come off for the Italians, and Nonto is on. Shane Martin, thanks for your £2 super chat. He says, sat in 35 degrees heat in Orlando watching you all. Wow. I mean, I feel like I'm in Orlando at the minute, the heat in this room, but hell, thank you very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate that. Keep hitting that subscribe button, guys, if you are new to the channel, as the second half kicks off. 1-1 in the under-21's championship. And, well, Italy need to be better. Italy need to be much better. Jan says, I firmly believe we have a lot more money to spend than they let us believe. Well, I mean, we said this over and over again, Billy, that nobody knows how much we've got to spend. And, you know, these reporters that are, you know, it's nobody, they cannot know what Newcastle United's budget is. You know, they're not that much inside the club. You know, it's false. We've seen it so many times in transfer windows where they're telling us how much we've got to spend.
When you enter a market, you don't go with your wallet showing and counting the money in it, do you? Everything's secret because you don't want people that you're buying off to rip you off. You know, it's a very private thing. They'll be, imagine the bosses of our club, and here we go. It's on the attack here now.
Yeah, they've lost it. It ran out a poor player that actually. Libertino Radio, good evening to you. Sounds like a great game. Good work, fellas. Thank you very much. Jake says he'll donate to you for buying some sun cream. Thank you very much. I do need that. I really do. Mary says being naughty gets you rewarded in such beautiful ways. Yes, Mary was. Mary did win a prize on our 20,000 subscriber show for being the filthiest. Was it the filthiest? Something like that. The naughtiest. Yeah, the naughtiest comment there. Yeah, Adam P's gone for number 20 for Tonali. To be fair, I mean, he hasn't been wrong when he's got his numbers and he's done his vlogs for the numbers on the shirts. I think he's had a pretty good ratio of being correct.
He got Gordon wrong, didn't he? One second, that's my phone ringing.
Yeah, no bother. Yeah, he did get Anthony Gordon wrong. I don't think he expected Anthony Gordon to take number 20, to be honest, but he ended up being number 8, of course, because John Joe left. Maybe he would have been number 20 had John Joe not left. Would-be farmer says, I figured it out. Toon can only spend 75 million, but also can spend 75 million euros as well as 75 million yen. That is what Luke the Puke forgot. Didn't listen to it. There's no way Luke Edwards knows what Newcastle United's budget is, just like the other ones. You know, it's wrong to say that. It really is, because I think Newcastle know exactly what their budget is. Newcastle know what they need to spend and who they need to spend it on. And we as fans just have to sit back, relax, and let them do the work and see who they bring in. I don't think Tonali will be the one and only signing of the summer because I think Eddie realises, and certainly Dan Ashworth and the hierarchy will know that we need strengthening in certain positions. Would you go for it? Would you say a left back next, Billy? Would you cover that one?
Yes, I think so. I think the left back, but definitely a defensive player, whether it be a left back or centre back. Definitely one of those two, I think, without a shadow of a doubt. We need a left back, a world class one, if we can get one.
I can't see Dan Burn being first choice left back next season. No. I mean, it frightens me. Some of the opponents he'll be facing in the Champions League. I don't, as well as Dan Burn's done. And look, I've got nothing against Dan Burn, but we're at that stage now where football is a cutthroat business, and we have to improve in certain positions. There's some players can only go so far. Yeah,
I think Dan Burn, he'll get plenty of games next season because the amount of games he will get, whether it will be as a centre back or a left back, who knows. But we definitely need a first choice left back that's capable of, one that's better than Matt Targett, and that's not being unfair on Matt Targett. He's been really good for us, but an elite player left back would be fantastic for us. Yeah.
Revenger thinks that Tonali will wear the number 8, and Anthony Gordon might have to change. Interesting. Possibly. Of course, he's playing number. He is playing number 8 tonight. Is he 8 for AC? I think he is, isn't he? That's interesting. I mean, Anthony Gordon, number 8 may not be his choice of shirt. Of course, it was only because John Joe Shelby left and he managed to get the number 8 shirt. So time will tell, I guess. Clarky says, why are Newcastle not a Champions League team on the UEFA channel? They simply haven't updated it yet. I think what you'll find is that probably won't be updated until the draw's made. Here's Tonali bursting down the right. Bloody hell, he's got some pace about him, hasn't he? Yeah. Wow, he's gone all the way to the byline, screws it back. It's not the best ball across, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Wow, he covered some ground there, Billy, with the whole length of the pitch on the right-hand side.
It's the length of his stride, isn't it? He's got a huge stride on him. It's not so much he's moving quickly, but his legs, massive strides. was taken up the pitch rapidly.
Just tried to cut it back there, didn't he? And it was cut out by Cornet. But they have a throw in deep in the French half. Italy have looked a bit better at the start of this second half. They've had a lot more of the ball, to be honest, than France have. And they've got a corner here. So I think Tonali will take the corner. Let's have a look at another set piece from this Newcastle United future maestro. Well, there's a penalty right there. Look at the pulling on the shirt there. Pellegri's like thrown to the floor. Wow. I think some of these guys know that there's no VAR and they can get away with it a little bit here.
They have stages of these referees, don't they, where they go through these plagues of giving penalties for that sort of thing and then ignoring it for months and months on end.
Absolutely. Anyway, Tonali has a corner here for Italy. Let's see where he puts this one. It's on the head again. Italy appealing for a handball. Referee says no. Italy are furious. Loads of hands went up there for a handball. Nothing given by the referee. And it's back with the French goalkeeper. Vauxhall Cavalier.
Chevalier.
Exactly. That's why I said Vauxhall Cavalier, Billy. Come on. Welcome back, Alex. Sitting there in total silence.
Yeah, I'm catching up on the game.
Well, Italy have started much the better of the second half. And Ganonto or Nonto, however you want to say it, is on the pitch now for Italy.
Oh, nice. They could do with that. They need some counter-attacking threat, really, because it build up and control possession against this France side is going to be rather difficult.
Yeah, you missed a brilliant run by Tonali, by the way.
Oh, he's not going to give that, surely.
No, he doesn't give a goal kick. Tonali got the ball straight down the right-hand side, all the way right down the right wing to the byline. Brilliant run. That's not a penalty, never in a million years. But this one, the claim and a handball, let's have a look. Oh, yes. Wow. I mean, that header was going on goal. I've seen them given.
Definitely.
I think if VAR was there, that may well have been a penalty kick, but wow.
That was horrific. Number 12 there.
Bellanova. Sounds like a posh hotel, doesn't it? Where are you staying? The Bellanova. Anyway. France trying to clear the ball now and get it out their own half. I think that France have been a little, referee? I think France have been a little taken aback at how Italy have come at them second half. There certainly seems to be a lot more space out on the pitch for both sides. I mean, I don't know how this under-21 tournament works. Is it the same as what a normal Euros?
I think
is
so.
like?
I think the groups have got 4 teams in, and it functions the same way. Do you want some stats updates on Tonali so far?
Indeed.
So, 52 minutes played for the data. We've got 1 assist. We've got 3 key passes already, 4 accurate crosses with a long ball, half of his ground duels, 2 out of 4. Drawn 2 free kicks himself, given 1 away, 1 tackle and 1 blocked shot. So, not bad at all against a very, very top tier France under-21 side.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's looked pretty impressive, I have to say. His
well,
corners
3 key passes, considering we're only 52 minutes in, like if he carries on, he'll be on 5 or 6 by the end of the game, which is incredible.
Oh, look at that touch, man. Did you just see that? Oh, what a ball! Just couldn't get on the end of it. Oh, my goodness me.
The cream's flying here, guys. Oh, I don't mean that in a nasty way. I mean, strawberry cream.
The touch to get round the guy and then the ball over the top. Absolutely superb. Good defending, actually. But another corner to the Italians, which Tonali is going to take. What a touch that was, though. It just cushioned it over the French player and then just whipped that ball over the top. Absolutely brilliant.
I think this is a good demonstration as well as why his passing statistics were a bit squiffy, because he's always looking for a dangerous ball constantly.
Yeah. Every single ball he puts in are right in the danger areas. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but every single one is in a danger area.
For all of our older viewers, that bit of skill we just saw there was very Hoddle-esque, very like what Glenn Hoddle used to do at Spurs many years ago.
Yeah, it was. Brilliant bit of play.
Well, one thing is worth noting, I understand that he's not like Pirlo because he is a bit bigger, more physical, dribble. He's got more to his game in different areas. However, those little dinks and chips and the way he takes sort of dead ball set pieces, I mean, he's got that grace and elegance about him. It's that sort of delicate sort of chip and look. When you play a cracking golf shot and you've just got to watch it because you've hit it sweet.
Yeah.
That's how every time Tonali hits the ball, he sort of looks at it because he knows it's an absolute peach of a shot.
He hasn't shanked one yet, has he? To be fair to him.
No, he hasn't.
That's got to be a free kick. And
I'm not sure what Nonto was doing there. He was like, he went down for the free kick and then he realised it wasn't given. Then the ball suddenly came back into his vicinity. And no, it wasn't Nonto. It was, I'm trying to see who that is. Doggy, yeah. That was a lovely ball over the top, by the way. Good goalkeeping, that, by the Italian goalkeeper to get out very, very quickly there. But as soon as he knew the ball was back in his vicinity, he jumped back to his feet. Crazy bit of play. Oh, Thuram with the ball in there. Good goalkeeping.
Could have fell anywhere, couldn't it?
Oh, that's a terrible foul. Wow. The referee's allowed play on. Nonto's made a run, but there's no Italian wanting to get up there. Dear me. Seen some very, very hefty tackles going in. Luckily, none of them on Tonali, like. But Italy look a lot better this second half, guys.
They do, without a doubt. Yeah, they're keeping the ball much better, aren't they?
Tonali on the right wing again. In comes the cross. And again, he has to force the defender into a clearance. It's those balls that he puts in that they have to be dealt with, aren't they? They can't take any risk with these deliveries. They haven't
getting a lot of corners out of them.
Yeah.
And you'd imagine Wilson is rather good. He's not as mobile as he was, but Wilson's always in quite dangerous areas there. So I can imagine there's going to be some nice Wilson assists.
That was a foul, by the way. Nonto was tripped up there. The referee just said, play on. I mean, Italy have won a corner again.
This referee is quite bad.
It's terrible. But to be fair, I mean, there's only so many corners I would give to Tonali before he eventually finds, again, the perfect one where Italy get a goal.
I'm trying not to pay attention, but I can count sort of 8 or 9 mistakes from the referee already. We're not even an hour in. Yeah. So many mistakes.
This game's got a typical Italian victory all over, hasn't it? This is how they win games. They get dominated for so long and then end up with
shithouse the goal in the first half. Yeah, absolutely. But they're all over France at the moment in this second half. They're playing much better. I'm not sure whether they've changed formation or not, but obviously bringing Nonto on. Wow. I mean, Jesus Christ. He's allowing play on again. This is bizarre.
Oh, dear me. Let's give a throw in as well.
I mean, look at that. I mean, to be fair, I think that was a free kick to France. He wrapped his arms around his legs. Unbelievable refereeing. Ball comes in. Tonali's up for a header. And France just thump it into the night sky. Again, trying to way in his own defensive zone there. Italy are pressing a lot higher, I think, aren't they, when France get the ball now. But this is a break for France. It's Thuram. He's got 2 Italians to deal with. He has to turn back. Italy seem a bit more hungry for the ball in this second half. They were quite happy to sit back on France in the first half, but now they're pressing the ball much, much quicker. France just knocking it around at the moment, trying to look for that killer pass again to Ram. Oh dear, that didn't go well at all. He's just kicked it straight out of play. And he doesn't look very happy with himself at all. Michael says Tonali will score free kick in this half. Nick Thornton says, with the signings we are making, it's scary to think where we will be in 2 or 3 seasons' time. Absolutely. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
Just an interesting point for TalkSport and a bunch of the lesser quality journalists, shall we say. Nice Scott McTominay red herring This definitely looks like Scott McTominay, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tonali again with the ball through, again making the defender clear the ball.
2-footed as well, isn't he? 2-footed. That was left foot.
Yeah, that was left.
Yeah, that again, that had to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Too fast for it to be controlled and sort
Guys,
of.
Guys, this guy looks fucking fantastic, by the way. Let's be honest here. I mean, oh, look at that crossfield pass, man. Right onto the Undoggy's left foot.
Oh, lovely switch, yeah.
Yeah.
We saw 2 fantastic passes within 30 seconds, one left, one right there. This lad's got a lot.
Nonto's been wiped out again, and the referee says play on. Unbelievable. I mean, that's a foul any day of the week. What's he playing at?
Maybe this ref doesn't like Leeds very much.
No, he's... Nonto's... I mean, Christ almighty, he's been battered from pillar to post in the 15 minutes that he's been on the pitch.
Italian manager's very professor-like, isn't he?
Yes. Erie says Tonali looks like Pirlo. He does look a bit like him, to be honest.
See, we're not seeing certain elements of his game here. Obviously, when he plays in Serie A, it can be a little bit more physical. He's got a lot more sort of players on him. And he does have to do a bit more of the dirty work, and he'll progress the ball a little bit with his own feet. Whereas in this game, he's got a slightly more forward role, and he is the guy.
I mean, in looks as well. When you look at him, he looks like he does have a little bit of Pirlo about him. And
it's that grace, isn't it?
Then yeah, he's been blocked off there, and that's France break away. But Italy win the ball back, and then France win. How is that not a free kick? Holy shit! That could have led to a France goal. It's still it's terrible defending, and France have scored.
What's that Monty doing?
Oh
Doggy,
my God!
Send him to Battersea quick. That's fucking useless.
That was such a foul in the build-up, though. That is outrageous.
How was that not a free kick?
I'd be so angry if I was Italy.
He karate kicked him.
I think this referee's been paid a bit by the French FA here. This is ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
100%.
On fire.
What's the smoke coming from him? What's going on?
I tell you what.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a booking as well as a foul.
Let's just talk about how bad this defending was. What is he doing? What was he doing?
I don't think he knew he was there.
What is Undoggy doing? I mean, wow.
I didn't expect Doggy to mess up from the back.
Absolutely not. Would-be farmer says, what do you have to do to get a card in this game? Stab someone.
It's really bad, isn't it?
It seems that way.
That's a fair point. This is atrocious.
I mean,
not surprising. The guy that got fouled in the build-up is still on the floor because it was 100% a foul.
And now he's booked an Italian substitute there, obviously for dissent. This referee is horrendous.
He's got cards then. He's not forgotten them.
Lee Fee.
He's very good. We should be seeing him at some point, hopefully. He's
French.
He is French.
No, sorry. It's come up wrong on the screen. It's Lovato for Italy that's been booked, not Lee Fee. Turkey's coming on.
Ooh, this will be a good one.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah. Barcola, the goal scorer, is coming off. So he's done his bit.
God, this is exciting. You know, the team's already so good, and you've still got Cherky and Elise to come on from the substitutes bench.
Yeah. Where was that comment there? Moody KSA says this is why VAR is a good thing. Yeah, if it's used properly, definitely. But that was
that would have got ruled out 100%.
In hell,
if there was VAR.
I mean, Italy will be absolutely foaming here. Absolutely foaming. They've been again. It's similar like the first half, though. Italy on top, and then France now go and score. So, you know, it's acting against the Italians here the way it went in the first half. But still, plenty of time in this game. I mean, Italy have looked quite dangerous in the second half. I think they can definitely get a goal back. But my God, I mean, there's another foul. Oh, he's blue for this one. It's Nonto again. He's been poleaxed.
Oh, he got absolutely clattered there.
He did.
Poor guy. He's getting destroyed.
Every time he touches the ball, I mean, flipping hell, man. Look at the French defender's reaction as if to say, who, me?
Oh, my God.
That's a resting move, isn't it?
Shocking. Tonali over this one again. I think the Italians will be quite riled up at the moment because I don't think the officiating is going their way at all. It's fair to say.
Yeah, they've been quite hard done by, for sure.
Jesus, have they not? Tonali's free kick headed away. But again, everything that he puts in there has to be defended. All the way back to the Italian keeper now. But Undoggy, oh my God, he'll be desperate to try and do something to rectify that.
Is this going to be the French Jamal Lascelles? Is he going to score a goal at the other end?
It looks like they've got Nonto playing through the middle as a striker, by the way. Here he is again, flicks it on. He certainly looks he's getting himself involved all over the pitch, actually, to be fair to him.
Literally all over the pitch.
I mean, that's a foul again. And he's given a throw into Italy. I mean, that was a clear foul. I'm Tom Lynch's joke of the night, guys. Undoggy's a bit rough. Here come the Italians again. Oh, great work by Tonali. What strength. Absolutely superb. Brilliant. Oh. And he's trying to play the ball through, or was he trying to lob on the keeper? You never know with this guy. Brilliant strength there, Billy.
Unbelievable strength, yeah. Just shrug off the defender like that and then play a little nice little pass out to Cononsa. Really impressive.
He's the only one that's not being bullied off the ball by French players because the French players are pushing everyone else off.
I mean, Nonto's going to have a hell of a bruised body in the morning by the looks of things. I mean, and there's still bloody 20-odd minutes of this game to go. That's nice by the French. Oh, lovely one-touch football. Oh, that is sensational. If this ends up in the back of the net, it's a superb goal. He's still got it. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, that's sensational football from the French. Jerky Chicken there was just absolutely flying. Look at this little flick here by...
That was Kone into Cherky, Ryan Cherky. That was incredible.
Kalim Wendo with the back heel as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was sensational bit of play, but a good block, actually. Good bit of defending. And Doggy got skinned again, by the way. He's not having a good time. Definitely not.
But to be fair, Ryan Cherky's been doing... He burns most defenders week in, week out. Now he's a starter.
Oh, what a great save that is. Volley from the corner. Is that a penalty? Absolutely not. The referee's not going to give anything. I mean, the French, he's going ballistic. I tell you what, that must have been close. This was a great save, by the way.
It was. Well, I had mine, wasn't it?
Did Tonali bring the Frenchman down there?
Absolutely not. Not having a word against him. I'm getting me practicing for the new season.
Absolutely, definitely.
I mean, they've not even shown a replay of the potential penalty shout, so it obviously wasn't that important.
Yeah. Nonto, he's just being pushed out to play with the ball. He's not happy, is he, the little man? He's foaming.
They've literally just done that. You can't just push someone like you. There's being physical, but then there's literally just pushing people, which
it's madness. It's not, he's just getting nothing off his referee at all. Yep, there's a free kick to France. Christina Ritchie bringing Kone down there.
He's been doing that all night long, hasn't he, to be fair to him?
Foxy says that's what happens when you join Tottenham. The Undoggy performance is very Spursy. Is he a Spurs player?
Has he joined them, has he?
Wow. Good luck, Spurs. Oh, dear me.
He must think they're getting Brian Crufts as the manager. Oh, that's a boss dog, isn't it?
Him, Sanchez, and Eric Dyer doing that all together week in, week
Billy,
out.
that was shocking, man. But I mean, I'm sure Spurs fans will look at that and think, yeah, France's second goal would just look, what a genius defending.
Him and Pedro Porro on opposite sides of the pitch.
Oh dear, that doesn't bode well.
Madison's watching.
Sorry?
Madison's watching this.
I know. He is Nonto. Just couldn't hold on to the ball, and France win it back. Predator says the officials aren't very experienced, according to the commentators. They mentioned that at the beginning, saying it was a chance for them to get some international experience. Wow.
Well, they won't be invited back with this display.
Chance for France. Oh, why didn't he go for goal? He's trying to pull it back. Could have slid that under the keeper. France are beginning to sort of overpower the Italians again in the last 5 minutes.
Nonto very weak there. Very weak.
I'm quite disappointed with Nonto's performance so far. Considering he plays in the Premier League, you'd thought he'd be able to handle some of this physicality.
Dreadful defending again. There could be any of the French. Again, pull the bloody trigger, man. Too many bloody snails before the game.
God, Guiri, Kalimwendo, and
That's
Cherki.
A sensational piece of skill. Unbelievable. He's Nonto again.
Oh, bless him.
I mean, he won the ball there, fair enough, but Jesus Christ, man. I mean, but the French second goal should never have stood it. I mean, yes, it was terrible defending, but how that wasn't a free kick, I'll never know.
Nice finish,
poor Nonto, he's getting bloody chopped in half everywhere. He comes back to defend and gets hit by a bus. Unbelievable. Here come the Italians down the right-hand side. I've enjoyed this game, though, guys. It's been a really good football game.
Yeah.
Well, it is two of the best young teams in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You won't get this watching sort of, well, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but there's a lot of nations where the senior teams wouldn't be able to put on this show.
I mean, yeah. Some international teams shouldn't be allowed, really. There should be a little qualifying competition before the actual main qualifiers start, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes you look at some of these teams and you think, wow, I mean, what a ball that is. What a ball. But on Doggy, well, he didn't have the pace of a dog there. He couldn't keep it in.
It was more Yorkshire Terrier than Greyhound there, wasn't he?
Absolutely. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm just going to wonder when Billy runs out of dog jokes.
Never. Billy run out of any sort of jokes is never going to happen.
They're all pedigree, though, aren't they, chum?
That's why he has legendary status on this channel, Billy Bob, with his wit. It never fades.
I wonder if he's joined Spurs on the proviso that they have win a lot on their shirts next year.
Oh, dear God. He's still going.
That was a good one.
Win a lot, yeah. Jesus.
Which is what they won't be doing next year.
Yeah. Matt Fletcher says, Undoggy is John's backdoor's favourite Italian player. Dear me. That's a bad ball. And the Italians get it back in the middle of the field. I mean, Predator says they're so pleased we aren't looking at any Italian defenders. I mean, they've been horrendous, I think is fair to say.
We are, but not these.
Yeah, slightly better standard. I mean, I can't believe that these are the best Italian under-21s that they can find.
It's strange to say about Italian defenders as well, because they usually...
Yeah, it's the mainstay, yeah.
I mean, arguably as well, Tonali has kind of outgrown this youth team. He's got appearances for the senior team. Yeah. So if you take Tonali out of this,
there's another team. What is this referee? Oh, I mean, what's happened there? There's an Italian thrown himself to the floor and he's holding his face. The referee is just telling him to get up. What's happened there? I mean, I thought it was a free kick initially anyway, but he's given a throw in, and now the Italian guy's gone down. He's just telling him to get up.
I think he's got a French missus or something. He knows.
How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? Let's see what happens here. Oh, give our nothing happened. That's terrible, man. That's actually well played, referee. He wasn't being convinced by that at all.
I mean, I'd send the Italian off straight away for that. He ran into his elbow to try and pretend there was a fight.
Dear me. Oh God. Hey, dear me.
I really do think we need a sim bin at some point in football.
Interesting.
You've made an arse of yourself. Go sit in a box for 10 minutes, then you can come back out.
I spent a lot of my ice hockey career in the penalty box, you know.
Nobody worth for diving around there, was it?
No, not really, Billy. No. Little FB says pedigree chum are going into liquidation. They've called in the retrievers.
Nice one.
Wow. I mean, it's so bad it was funny. I mean, tremendous. Goatfather says football was less brutal in the 80s. I'm not so sure about that.
This is like an 80s game. It's the amount the referees let go.
Well, absolutely. Game. I mean, some of the tackles have been horrendous, and he's just waved play on. I mean, how that French second goal stood, I'll never know. I mean, literally, like
they do need to be careful. There's a lot of spaces in this Italian defense, though. More holes than a hedgehog's pillow.
Class from Tonali again. Oh,
yes, it was.
Oh, that wasn't class. Was that a? Oh, he's got. Almost scored from the halfway line. But was that a foul in the build-up again?
Yeah, definite foul there.
What do you mean he almost scored from the halfway line? Yeah, if 14 feet is close to the goal.
From my camera angle, Alex. It wasn't far away, mate.
I mean, it wasn't close either. It's hit the athletics track behind the goal.
Well, it goes all the way around the bloody place, Alex. That's why I hit the athletic track.
It's nowhere near it.
Wafty Cranker says, what do you call a dog that does magic? A labracadabrador. Dear God. Wow. Julie J says, wasn't far away at all. Thank you, Julie.
Well,
Alex has
Julie
been
and yourself
monumentally harsh on that one.
Then. That was not close.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of space opening up in this game now.
Yeah, that's well played.
13 minutes to go.
Nina Guidi as well. I wish we'd start looking at him. He's some player.
I mean, if I was the Italian coach, I'd be pretty pissed off if I lost this game 2-1 because they've had nothing from this referee. Absolutely nothing. And I've never seen somebody do a Hong Kong Fooey chop on somebody and get away with it.
Maxence Kakare.
Do you remember Hong Kong Fooey, Billy?
Good midfield.
I do. Henry.
Yeah. Used to be my favourite cartoon character, Hong Kong Fooey. Him and
Used
Garfield.
Used to get changed in the bottom drawer of his filing cabinet, didn't
he? Yes, he did. Alex is thinking, what the hell are you two talking about?
I remember Hong Kong Fooey.
Kalimuendo's going off, guys. He is being substituted.
He's had a very good game. He deserves a little clap.
I mean, that first goal was sensational, guys. I mean, it really was.
I'd like to see all of those French, any and all of those French forwards in the Premier League and most of the midfielders. It would improve the quality of the league. They've been brilliant.
Wahi's coming on. Wahi. Very strange French name, that actually.
You spelled Aldi wrong as well.
Yeah. Guriri's coming off as well. He's had a good game. Adley's coming on. We'll just call him Aldi for ease of sin.
I wonder how cheap we get. I bet it'd be cheap if we had to go and buy him.
Dear me. Hong Kong Foo's #1 super guy wouldn't get made now. Yeah, I know. Foster says, wasn't far away at all, Paul. What a load of undoggy. Hong Kong Fooey says, night of knee gaming. Paul showing his age. How does Alex remember it? He must have been a sperm at that point. Hong Kong Fooey isn't showing me age. It was a classic.
Oh, I guess it is 1974. Yeah, but they aired it.
Oh, what a ball. This is a big chance. Oh!
It looks offside to me.
Yeah, I thought that.
I think both of them are offside.
CM de Jong's kept his flag down, guys. No offside at all.
They were both offside, in my opinion.
Would-be farmer says, my Willie was in the Guinness Book of Records until the librarian told me to take it out. I think Italy look tired now, guys, if I'm being honest. I think France, they're pushing further forward, and France are exploiting the spaces quite easily now. They're having a lot more
what
of
a
the
pass
ball.
that is.
Yep. Elise cuts it back. France just slowing the player down now. I mean, if anything, the French will know. I think the way the Italians are pushing forward now, it looks like they're playing two up top now, Italy. Where's Nonto gone? Oh, he's gone to the left-hand side now. So they look like they've gone 4-4-2 by the looks of that formation, guys.
Yeah, 4-4-2 out of possession.
Yeah.
With Tonali as the right-sided midfielder.
I'll tell you what, Billy was right. When he gets going, he's got a hell of a stride on him. It's like a gazelle. Oh, big chance for France there. Yeah. He went bombing down the right at the start of the second half and just disappeared. Right, Nonto's on the ball. Does he get poleaxed here or does he manage to get a pass away? Oh, he gets a pass away. He's Nonto again on the left-hand side. Oh, what a pass that is. Wow. Italy in. Oh, good save. Still a chance for the eye ties. No, it's a brilliant save again. And then another shot and another save. Incredible goalkeeping.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
If Melié's in, he lets all three of them in.
Well, absolutely. But that was what a pass that is by Nonto, by the way.
Yeah,
outside of his boot. Great save. The ball bounces loose. The keeper didn't even know where it was at one stage. Then he makes another brilliant save. Then another brilliant save. That is sensational goalkeeping.
5 seconds of world-class goalkeeping there from him.
Well, absolutely. What
good defending as well.
Yeah.
It's good defending from the centre half to get back.
That's going on his highlight reel if he's looking for any transfers.
Well, I think he's just justified his place in the starting lineup there.
Yeah.
If there was any doubt about it, what a brilliant piece of goalkeeping that is.
Should be level, and it's not.
Because that's, by the way, that second save was brilliant on the half volley. That was going right in the back of the net. Oh, what a turn that is. Oh, that's sensational play. I don't know who it is. And again, he's trying to play it at Nonto here. Nonto, oh, he's taken out. That could be a red card.
Should be a red card. Should be a red card. Absolutely.
It is a red card. He shows him the red. Nonto was through on goal.
Yeah.
I mean, a young-looking Will Smith is sent off. Bade. Well,
I don't know why the commentator's surprised.
He's definitely done a Bade there. He's off.
It's bad, of course. A 3-match ban. He's not going to be able to play the rest of the group game, the group stage games.
Is it not just only game one game ban, Alex? For straight red.
It's straight red. Surely it's more than one.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Good play by Nonto. That, by the way, just flicked it. He knew the tackle was coming. Flicked it over the defender.
Well. I mean, you're going to beat Switzerland and Norway. Just take the goal. Take the point. Don't. I've just got Kieran Clark flashbacks. Just there's no need for it.
Yeah, there's no Joe Linton to come into midfield though. I mean, this is this.
I don't know what he's complaining for. It's 100% a red. Get off the pitch. Stop whinging.
Shania Twain's coming on. Wow, that is some hairstyle. I mean, he's got a hairband.
Oh, it's
Floella Benjamin.
Simichan, yeah.
The guy who we've
Floella Benjamin. It looks like Coney. They're taking Coney off, aren't they? Yeah. And the referee's telling him he's got to go off behind the goal.
Yeah, you go over to the Kone and get off.
Yeah. He's here all week, guys. Now, will Tonali take this free kick? Because obviously we saw another one that was shooting opportunity in the first half, which he didn't take. And that was sort of ballooned over the bar. Surely Tonali's going to hit this.
That was the Bundesliga player, isn't it, Alex? So, is he Leipzig, was he?
I think it was Leipzig, yeah. He deployed as a sort of a right back, but he's also a centre half.
Tonali's not taking this, guys. He's backed off. Interesting, he's not taking the free kicks that are shooting opportunities. It's ballooned
He
over the
did
bar
one.
again. I mean, that's poor.
Yeah,
He should be doing much better from there.
It's two from the left side though. It's that number 10 that's taken
Yeah.
both of those. I think it's something maybe they've worked on in training that he takes it from that specific angle. Tonali
Oh,
takes the rest.
he's the number 21, Alex.
Oh, it's not the 10. Oh, of
No,
course.
he's gone off.
Strange.
He was substituted earlier. Interesting. Terrible free kick. We've got 5 minutes, but let's see if UEFA are doing what they did in the World Cup and going for proper added-on minutes here. There's been a fair few substitutions, a couple of goals. Well, sorry, 1 goal. But Nanto's done well the last 10 minutes, guys. He's caused a little bit of problems for the French.
Yeah, well, that was a cracking through ball for the like, what was it? A triple shot cluster of chances, and then he's obviously got a player sent off with his nice little run. It was a cracking pass into him, though.
The best save of the 3, that though, was the half volley there. The second shot, the half volley was going to nestle in the back of the net. You saw from the camera behind the goal, that was way on target, and it was a great save. But then to get up and move across again was really good.
It was. There's been a lot more quality on display than I think a lot of people anticipated in an under-21s game.
Not from the officials, though.
Now can you see why I watch random football matches at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep? I watch like under-18s Argentina matches and stuff because there's some really good players.
There's always live football on. You can find it. You know, there's obviously football going on across the other side of the world when we're fast asleep. Or like Alex says, if you can't sleep, there's always football. There's always matches to watch.
Some of the South American games are so entertaining because it's end-to-end, lots of red cards. It's incredible.
I was just going to say, some of the tackles and sometimes they'll finish like 9-on-9 and things like that. It's just bizarre. Italy have got to push now. They simply have to push.
Tonali's dropped into the 6 now, isn't he?
Yeah, looks like it.
Give it him back then, give it him.
Oh, that's beautiful. Chance to get the ball in. Too deep. Comes to the far. Ganonto whips it in. Oh, how's he missed that? Sweet God.
Oh.
Cancelleri, all he had to do was put it. That was offside, by the way, but never mind. All he had to do was just side-footed in the net, and he's put it over the bar. That's a horrendous miss.
And he's leaning back.
How on earth does he generate so much height from so short distance out?
Why is he leaning back so much? It's awful technique.
Horrendous. Undoggy's gone off, by the way. Parisi has come on now. So Italy definitely going for it here. It's another forward on.
And Doggy's apparently gone on loan to Luton. He's trying to go to Kenilworth Road.
That's shocking. That is terrible, Billy. God's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I'm melting here. Billy's jokes aren't helping. Anyway, can we see Italy getting level? We've got a corner.
I think they deserve it. They deserve it, don't they?
Oh, it's definitely on the second half, without a shadow of a doubt. 100% agree. They don't deserve to lose the game. France better second half, Italy better second. No doubt about it. Tonali with a corner. This looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. Over 800 watching tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, incredible support. We really hope you've enjoyed the watch along tonight. It's been good fun watching our hopeful new signing. And actually, it's been a very good football game to have a watch along too. Obviously, our normal watch-alongs sort of play-by-play commentary, but these are different because we're just talking about general signings and stuff.
I mean, we could, in theory, do some more for the rest of the matches because obviously they're going to have to play against Switzerland and Norway for the rest of the group stage, and we might see a lot more, more of a dominant display from Italy against those two teams.
Yeah,
we might get to see more out of Tonali. So,
yeah, we'll definitely do that because he's looked rather good. This second half, he's looked brilliant. He's on the ball here. There's it off to Nonto, who again doesn't get poleaxed. He hasn't been chopped down for the last 10 minutes. He'll be feeling good. In comes a cross way too deep again. How do France deal with it? Not the greatest bit of play, I have to say that. The Italians look to get the ball in again. That's a wonderful turn. Brilliant play. Little back heel and a corner again to the Italians. Really putting the pressure on the French. Just about to see how long is injury time going to be. Ian Skinner says, thanks, guys, from sunny Spain. Hope you're enjoying it out there, Ian. 5 minutes of additional time. In comes... Oh, it's floated in again. Oh, keeper's fumbled it. And he hasn't given a free kick, but then Italy somehow give it back to the goalkeeper. Apparently, we only have 300 likes. Come on, guys. There's over 800 people watching. Let's all go and hit that thumbs up now. Just take 2 seconds out of watching just to hit the thumbs up button, please. It really does help the channel. We can't express enough how much the thumbs up do help, because it lets YouTube know that something really good is happening on this channel, and it pushes us up the search results again. So thank you so much, please, for doing that. And of course, if you are new and you've enjoyed what you've seen, please do hit the subscribe button. Lots more coming up over the summer and into the new season, of course, right here on the Toon Review. As Italy look to get an equaliser. We've had a minute of the additional 5. Nonto on the ball on the left-hand side. Surely they've got to put the ball in the box here. In it comes. It's very deep again. Oh, it's in! That went in! That went in! Surely!
Yeah, well in. Well in, that is.
Yeah, that was in.
Well in. That's well in. It's a good yard over the line.
He hasn't given it. I think Nonto's going off he's going to jump in the stands here. The referee's chasing after him. Tonali's having a word. That was easy in the net. Surely to Christ.
Have they got nobody goal line technology in him, was that? That's
That
a
was
replay
in.
then.
It's got to be in here. Oh, come on. That's in the bucket. That's a goal. Surely.
That's miles in.
Come on. That's in there. Look at how far that's behind the line.
No way. No way.
That is disgusting officiating. I mean, surely in the Euro Championships, even under 21 level, they've got to have goal line technology.
Disgraceful
Surely.
officiating this has been. Shocking.
I mean, Italy, I mean, look, that could have been given as a penalty as well, because surely that was a handball.
Actually, yeah, it touched his arm as well to ricochet out from the goal itself.
He can't not have hit his arm there.
It was either a goal or a pen.
Oh, my God, that is hideous.
It's almost as if Michel Platini's in charge still, isn't it?
Well, there's a surprise, yeah. Bunged a few pounds here and there. Italy coming again. Long ball into the box, headed away. Keeper comes out and grabs the ball. I mean, this referee's going to get pelters off the Italian manager. There is no doubt about it. I cannot believe we're seeing it again. Oh, that's miles over the line, guys.
Oh, Christ.
Dear me.
Yeah, it's massively in.
I mean, it's not the referee's fault. It's the assistant referee.
Well, yeah.
It's the assistant referee should be looking as well. But they've got the technology to know that.
But it was handled as well, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you could forgive the referee for not seeing the goal, but you can't forgive him for the handball. There was a lot went wrong all at the same time.
By that Frenchman there to
Lisa,
win a corner. Yeah, absolutely superb bit of play that.
Is that Lisa?
Furry Rice is saying, check the referee's bank account. Yeah. Wow. I cannot believe he hasn't given that.
He's given Italy nothing all night, though, has he? Let's be honest. He's been very, very pro-French.
The ball is, I mean, oh, that's not a good ball. Always give a free kick. I mean, that is incredible. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. I mean, we've seen some dodgy refereeing in this country, but Jesus wept. This guy, I don't think he's getting a promotion anytime soon if he is relatively inexperienced.
He's going to be lucky not to get investigated after this game, to be completely honest.
That's got to be offside. Thank you, referee. I mean, I can't understand how the linesman hasn't given it.
Well, that's my point.
Dear me.
I'm not sure he was offside, you know.
I'm not sure he was off, you know.
It
I
was
think
very
he was level.
close, wasn't it? Yeah.
He's definitely level there.
No. This.
Ooh.
I mean, France are going to win this game. They've got a 4-on-3 here. They got really soared up. That's a terrible touch.
Italy have given up now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
You can't blame them.
I mean, there it is. That's full-time whistle gone. I mean, I'm actually dumbfounded by what I've just seen.
Celebrating that.
Incredible. I mean, the Italian coach has got to be like asking questions here about the officiating there, because that was absolutely diabolical.
One of the worst officiating I think I've ever seen. And we've
And
seen
there
some
we
bad
go.
stuff.
And we're neutrals in this. We're not even that bothered or affected by it. I don't like either Italy or France as a national team, but that is shocking.
Predator says, now the commentators are saying how hard it is to be an official. It wasn't hard to see. That was a goal. Ray Charles would have seen that cross the line.
Well, yeah, but official. But you've got to remember, plural. He has an assistant there to go and help him with that decision. And not only did he miss the goal, he also missed the handling as well. So there's two things he's missed.
Absolutely.
It's unacceptable, really.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw a few Italian players over at the referee there, but it seems to have just eased off. The Italians need to take the medicine and move on. They can still qualify, of course, quite easily if they win the next two games. But dear me, I mean, that was shambolic.
Right, should we have a look at Tonali's overall stats for the match?
Yes,
not too involved later on, to be fair. So Tonali dropped an 8, just a flat 8, which was the highest rated of his entire team, higher even than the goal scorer. 70% pass accuracy, 26 out of 37. He was trying a lot of killer balls, though, to be fair to him. 1 assist, 60 touches. He got 4 key passes, 5 accurate crosses, 4 accurate long balls. He had 1 shot off target, completed 2 dribbles out of 2, 5 out of 9 ground duels. He gave away 3 fouls, but he was fouled twice. He got 1 clearance, 1 blocked shot. He blocked 1 shot himself and got a tackle. So, best performer out of the whole team there for Italy, as you'd expect. He's the captain and arguably shouldn't really be playing for the under-21s anymore. He's far too good for that.
Well, I mean, look, I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen. First half, he wasn't really able to get into the match simply because of the possession that the French had. Second half, I mean, he looked so much better. When he got the ball, some of his touches and passes were incredible. I'm very impressed with what I've seen from a set-piece point of view. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the tournament more. Billy?
Love his energy, love his work rate. Ball with the ball as well, he's fantastic. Quick. He's got everything about him, I think he's the ideal man for us. He's going to step into that 8 role perfectly. 8/6, whenever. Whoever's there at the time, he just looks like just a perfect player for us.
I mean, for anybody who's unsure on him, whether he's the right player to take us to that top level, it's not about that. The question is he better than Sean Longstaff? Is he going to give us something extra than Sean Longstaff? Judging by those sorts of performances, absolutely yes. Yeah, there's a technical level there that Sean Longstaff, we love him, but Sean doesn't have that about his game.
No, I mean, that's not even being unfair to Sean. I think if anybody, looks, Sandro Tonali's agent, Beppe Riso, has confirmed that they are set to fly to Romania in order to meet the player who is joining Newcastle. And that is a quote from Tonali's agent. So, yeah, pretty much confirming what's his name? My head's gone.
Romano.
That's him. Pretty much what he had to say earlier on. But this is an actual video of him getting into his car to tell them that he's on his way to Romania. And he's confirmed that he's going to speak to Tonali, who is joining Newcastle. So there you go.
Well, it's looking pretty positive, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, it sounds like representatives from Newcastle United are also going out to Romania as well. Because it's like we said last night, the deal can be done. He doesn't have to be in this country. The deal can be done while he's on international duty. That's not a problem. And then all the press stuff can be done when he, when he's finished the tournament.
Well, Romano's alluded to the whole Bruno Guimaraes being in Brazil, which, have you know, I alluded to yesterday on the show before.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. But yeah, there's no reason you can't do that.
Ian Skinner's asking why Romania. Well, that's where the Euros are being played.
Romania.
They're in Romania, so that's why they're going there. Sky is saying that we've pulled off a masterstroke signing them. Well, absolutely.
I mean, a few masterstrokes being pulled off if you go with us, so that's for certain.
Yeah. Reports also state that Chelsea were trying to hijack the deal by offering a cash plus players. Well, that was actually reported yesterday as well, but there were never. I mean, listen. Obviously, we've got pulling power now. You know what I mean? Chelsea aren't in the Champions League, so we have that pull and a pulling power that we haven't had for a very, very long time. I mean, David's just saying there the new spine is looking really strong. Botman, Bruno, Tonali, and Isak. I mean, God, could you imagine? 2 years ago, talking about the spine of our team with those names.
I mean, there is some other news, by the way, about Man City apparently getting close with Declan Rice.
Well,
Arsenal knew the price and they've dicked about, and now they might lose out on him. It's their own fault. They're just trying to play silly games. So they're 80, 75 plus this and that. You bid the price or don't get him. Yep. You're trying to go for a Galactico level signing. I know some people don't consider Rice in that caliber, but the price being quoted is in that category.
Wow.
I think it'd be a great signing for Man City. I really do.
Oh, absolutely.
With Gundogan going to Barcelona, it's not the same sort of player.
I wonder if Calvin Phillips goes the other way. If they can make a deal with that, because that would obviously replace. And let's face it, Calvin Phillips would get games at West Ham, wouldn't he? He wouldn't be sitting on the bench. So
City don't really need to replace. No, they don't really need too much. They could drop sort of 70, 80 plus.
But losing Gundogan and then bringing in Declan Rice, you kind of think, yeah, it's pretty straightforward that. But yeah, Arsenal dicking about. West Ham said what they wanted. Arsenal have gone in twice with bids nowhere near what West Ham wanted. So they've made a balls up, as far as I'm concerned. But hey ho. But anyway, I am really impressed with what I've seen tonight. And listen, time is. Look, the new season's just around the corner. We are involved in big deals going on here, there, and bloody everywhere. I don't think you'll be our only signing. I'm very excited as to what the rest of the transfer window holds, and hopefully, maybe in the space of 48 hours, the club will finally announce the deal. So once they announce the deal, we'll confirm it on here, because I'm not going to confirm anything until we hear it from Newcastle United. Simple as that. But there you go, guys. That is the show for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for the watch along. Over 800 of you, which is absolutely incredible for a watch along that doesn't even involve anything that this channel is really to do with, apart from watching Tonali and a few others. It was a very, very good game. No doubt about that. Really good to watch. Really entertaining to see what we are getting in Tonali, and certainly we've had a little sort of brief insight as to what we're going to do. But I think Alex is right. The next couple of games where the opponents aren't as good, maybe Tonali will be involved a lot more on the ball, and we'll certainly see a lot more of him.
Just so you know as well, Paul, so the next game is Switzerland under-21s against Italy under-21s, the 25th of June, which I believe is Sunday. So Sunday, 4:00 is the next game. So and we will know then whether he's signed or not signed.
Absolutely.
So we can commit to watching it.
So he could actually be called Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. So there you go. We will probably bring you that deal. But there will be shows before then, of course, transfer shows and such like, and any news that breaks, we will bring it to you here on the Toon Review. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everybody who's sent in a super chat. Really do appreciate that. Thank you to the mods again. Absolutely brilliant work. But of course, thank you to you guys out there. Incredible support again for the watch along. And we love you all. Thank you to Billy and Alex. And we will see you very, very soon on the next one. But until then, enjoy the rest of your night, folks. I've got about 8 hours left before I get to bed, but never mind. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Away the senor and senoritas.